I didn't even announce this shit yet.
Yeah, I see that.
Go ahead. Say that name right there. That screen name, Brandon.
Sa. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's pretty much sauce.
Well, hello
Sauce.
and welcome.
Cooleritas.
Hola. Welcome to a show about nothing. And our nothing's going to be much more entertaining than somebody else's nothing.
Right?
Just putting that out there.
Truly about nothing. I don't know, but maybe it's talk to the crowd. What is it? Ask us anything, maybe. I don't know.
Hello, Isabella. Isabella.
Good evening, everyone. Hey there.
So, did you see the headlines going rampant about Ricky what's his nuts?
Oh yes, Ricky Martin.
Yes, Ricky Martin. I was thinking Martinez for some reason. Ricky Martin. Yeah, he's been in the news for the past 2 weeks, possibly 3 weeks.
Yeah, about a month already. It started when they couldn't find him. They say he was missing, but he wasn't really missing. They just couldn't find him to serve him the papers.
Yeah, he was on hiatus, is what he was. He was not missing in action.
Hey, and Hope is in the house. What's up,
hey, Hope?
Isabel, sweet lady, Ali, Maria.
I kind of feel bad for Ricky Martin. Well, I mean, he has 2 adopted kids. I don't know if the kids are with him right now, but he was part of that group.
Hey, Michelle, welcome. Hope you enjoy the program tonight. In particular, it's about nothing in particular.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay. I'm kind of tired of talking about a certain crackhead and a certain
trip.
Yeah, you want to call her that?
Well, she's on something. She's got to be on some sort of drug. Well, she needs medication. Is what she needs.
Yeah. Anyway, recently a couple of weird people we've been following. One I've been following for a long time, and then the other one was introduced just over a week ago. And I'm just taking a break from both of them. I could do with some normal crazy talk. Anyway, sorry, man. I know you were in the middle of something.
Yeah. So Ricky Martin was part of that group Menudo.
Yeah.
Like when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And there was allegations of their manager molesting him.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it's learned, and if he did actually molest his nephew, I think it is. But I read a headline today that his nephew said that they were dating for 7 months.
Okay, so his nephew, but not by blood.
Okay.
Or something like that.
So it's through marriage.
I mean, should it matter? But
yeah, exactly. Wow.
I know. It's like. I guess I don't know. Should it matter because it's not blood? I mean,
you shouldn't be doing that with kids anyway.
No, yeah, well, that's the whole other point. Yeah.
It doesn't matter how, or if you're related to him or not. You shouldn't be doing that with a child anyway.
Hey, Patty. Hey, Night Punk. Trish. Yeah, I know it's. Anyway, what's your take on that? I mean, not that you know Ricky personally, but
I'd like to believe he didn't do it, but if he did, it really wouldn't surprise me because he was molested when he was a kid. So, it's a learned thing, and you tend to, with every child disgusting act, like a molestation or whatever, it's a cycle. It happens to one, and then they're going to do it to another, and it's an endless vicious cycle.
Yeah.
And I really hope he did not do it, and they're just trying to get money out of him.
That's been alleged that it's just a money thing.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's all it is, because I mean, I like Ricky Martin. He's got a lot of good music, and he's easy on the eyes. I'm not gonna lie, he's sexy.
Well, I'll take your word for it. Yes, not a bad looking dude, but I mean, a entertainer straight up. I mean, that dude's electrifying. People
Yeah,
like
I
him,
mean, he's a hell of an entertainer.
and he can sing, he can dance, all that stuff. He's a popular dude. I get it. But you have something like this, kind of. Oh, the other allegation is domestic abuse.
Yeah, so his husband, I think they're married.
Yeah,
Pretty sure
yeah.
they're married. Yeah, pretty sure they are. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know who has the kids right now, whether Ricky does or his husband. I have no idea. Hope says she'd do them. Well, hell, right in line with you, Hope. Right there. Get out of my way, girl. He's mine. Back off, Barbie.
Yeah, it's. I understand. I get it. But why this is happening? I don't know. I mean, you know what? Anytime you get into something like that you're not supposed to get into, it's a little taboo, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you gotta know. You gotta know what's going to happen. Something's going to happen at some point.
Well, and who's just the dark side is quite alluring. The I'm not supposed to do this. I mean, it's like they're like trying to grab at you, because it's alluring. There's something about it that draws people to it.
Yeah.
Because we're not supposed to do it, but yet there's something about it that I gotta,
And even like normal people, there's something about the taboo of something that'll draw you to try it.
But usually the normal people, we have enough something to walk away from it and go, yeah, no, not going to do that.
Yeah, that's true. And you mix alcohol in there and then forget about it.
Yeah, I mean, alcohol is a vicious little demon that'll make you do anything, especially tequila. That's why I don't drink tequila anymore. I've lost my clothes on tequila. I don't know how many times, and this naked, not pretty. So I quit drinking tequila.
I remember you saying that when I first met you, saying, "Oh, tequila, get away from me," because clothes start to come off.
Yep. 1 tequila, 2 tequila, naked.
That's funny. Yeah.
There ain't no floor. It's naked.
So Hope was asking a little while ago, Bam, tell me about you. Who's Bam? Some of you all don't know Bam. Aside from the basics, we worked together in the airline industry a bunch of years ago.
Yeah.
And in Sioux Falls, I was in Sioux Falls while you were in Cincinnati, actually hired in Cincinnati, living there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I hired him in Sioux Falls. And then, I don't know. What do you want to tell them about yourself?
Well, me in a nutshell. I mean, how big do I want to make this nutshell? I mean, I'm.
It's 10:40 Saturday night. Do whatever you want, buddy.
I'm in my 50s. I don't look like I'm in my 50s. There's some people that ask me how old I am. My favorite saying is, old enough to know better, still young enough to do it.
Yeah, I like it.
Yep. World traveler. I've been to, God, I don't know how many different countries. My favorite country is Tokyo. Well, I did enjoy Thailand a lot, but that was a very
I thought it was Thailand. I was going to say, I thought it was Thailand.
Yeah. Well, Jamie and I have been to Tokyo several times, but Thailand, I went to Thailand, and that was a very, very dark time for me. Extremely suicidal around that time.
That's not good. Probably not a good place to be if you're feeling like that. It was like a foreign country.
Yeah, I mean, and I was a raging alcoholic at that time too. And I remember the night that Manny and his girlfriend came over the night my husband died, and I woke up the next morning and I couldn't find anything. I had no clue where my glasses were. I typically don't sleep naked, but I was naked. Later on I found my glasses. They were in the freezer. How they got there, I'll never know. That was one of the first times I blacked out since I was a teenager. Because when I was a teenager, there wasn't a drug that I didn't digest in one orifice or another.
Mm.
But
Yeah, I
you know
remember
what's
that. I remember that night you called. It was a Sunday night. It was a Sunday evening.
was it Sunday?
Yeah, because I was getting ready for work Monday, and
Mm.
then you made that call. It was a rough night.
Yeah, it was rough, and that led me down my rabbit hole. You
Yeah,
know, I
that
hope
was
none of you
that was the
guys.
beginning of it. That was the beginning of it, right?
Yeah,
Kind of.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I hope none of you guys ever have to experience losing a spouse, because I mean, it just feels like part of your soul is ripped out of your body. I hope you never have to feel that or go through that situation.
Luke. Yeah, I knew Ricky Martin was gay when he was a little kid with Menudo. I already knew back then. It was no secret. It was no secret.
Isabella, I no longer have a penis.
Dang. Question. You don't have to answer that. All right. But it's out there. Martha, how you doing? Night Punk, Velda, hey there. Peacocks United, welcome to our little
Chat about
chat
nothing.
about nothing. Apparently about something, but somebody's trying to get us to talk about something. But we're not going to go there just yet. Yeah, that was a tough time, and I mean, for anyone, you know, it doesn't matter whichever spouse or whatever. It's to lose a spouse. It's got to be.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's you can't describe the feeling. There's no way to describe it.
Yeah. And then after that, I left the company, and then you took off. You were there for a little while, and then moved back to Chicago or something. Is that how that worked?
Yeah, I moved back to the Northern Illinois region. Mom wasn't doing well. She needed somebody to help her out around the house. So I'm like, well, I need a change in my life, so why not? So I moved back in with my mother, and she ended up going into a nursing home. And then she came out of the nursing home, and then she went and had her gallbladder removed. And 6 days later, she died. So me and my sister sold the house and did through all of that mess. And then a year later, my sister ended up dying.
Yeah. Oh man. And this was how many months in between every tragedy?
Let's see. Jamie has been gone 5 years now. Yeah,
No.
5 years.
No, more than that. No. Yeah, it was 2016.
Yeah, only 5 years. No, I don't know. I'm not good with dates.
Working on 6 years.
Okay, 6 years. It's amazing you remember this, because I don't remember it. So then Mom died 3 years ago. So 3 years in between the two.
Yeah.
And then my sister died about a year and a half later.
Yeah, so that's a lot to take in a short amount of time.
Yeah, and when my sister died, that's when I stopped drinking, and now I just lightly flavor my drink, and I have one or two a night.
Yeah.
And it's kind of amazing how I can walk away from an addiction, because when I was in high school, I was popping 30 to 60 speeders at a time just to catch a buzz. I mean, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I woke up one day and never touched them since. Just walked away from it.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad you're here, and if you're not out of it completely, hopefully we can get you out of it and keep you in a good place, because I value your friendship, bro, and I'm glad you're around. You stuck around.
Well,
glad having you here too.
I'm here until my time clock expires. When that is, I don't know.
Somebody
Because
mentioned
the second you start breathing is the second you start dying. It's just a matter of time when you hit zero.
See, that's
Nobody
why
knows
sometimes
when they hit zero.
Lately, I'm like for some reason I'm afraid to go to sleep. Like, just go to bed. I'm thinking.
Well, and back in when I caught COVID, I would wake up in the middle of the night because I couldn't breathe. And I had no idea what the fuck it was. And that's when I went to the doctor and like, oh, you have pneumonia. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. They gave me some pills and went back a week later. They took a chest x-ray. Pneumonia's all cleared up. I'm like, all right. So I'm laying flat in my bed again. I'm waking up 2 or 3 times a night because I can't breathe. So that's when I started sleeping in my recliner. Well, to this day, I'm still sleeping in a recliner because I'm afraid to lay flat. And I bought an adjustable bed, and I hate the fucking mattress. Can't stand the mattress. It's like sleeping on a fucking rock. Pardon my French.
Damn, that hard, huh?
Yeah. So I sleep in my recliner.
Yeah, I was looking at a comment. You guys were talking about Taco Bell. I saw a TikTok video of how they make the Taco Bell meat. And I'm going to say how they make it. Because apparently it comes in a container. It looks like pellets. It looks like fish food. And then they pour boiling hot water into it, and then they mix it all up. And it's just, I don't even think it's real meat. And I will never go to Taco Bell again. Sorry, done. Not doing it. Not that I should. I mean, I got 1,000 taco restaurants, within 20 miles of me. So Taco Bell shouldn't be even an option.
No, it shouldn't. And I'm surprised Taco Bell even exists down there when you have so many authentic Mexican restaurants.
Hope, I'm serious. Taco Bell, it's not meat. It's some kind of mash or something. I don't even know what they call it. But it grossed me out. I'm like, yeah, I'm done with Taco Bell. I'm not.
I mean, I do love their 5-layer burritos.
I'm surprised you would eat that since you call McDonald's food not real food.
Well, McDonald's isn't food.
Yeah. The French fries are good, though. Can't beat that.
That's because they put sugar in their salt.
They put sugar? No, they don't.
It's a salt sugar mixture.
Nope.
It is.
I'll challenge you on that. I was told by McDonald's people. No. Somebody. Oh, you know where this was? On what's the guy's name? Cy Spurlock. Super Size Me.
I remember that.
You ever watched that movie?
Show.
He ate McDonald's breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 30 days.
Yeah, and he gained like a crap ton of weight.
He gained weight, but he was not healthy. He was depressed. I mean, he was in bad shape.
That's because it's not food.
And he was talking about how much of the food at McDonald's, he named the foods at McDonald's that don't have sugar. And it was like salad without the dressing, Diet Coke, and French fries. Those are the only 3 items at McDonald's that did not contain sugar.
Everything else has sugar in it.
Everything else has sugar in it.
Even their meat.
Meat, the buns, the condiments, the ketchup and the mustard, mayonnaise, you name it. Everything else got sugar. The sauces that you use for your nuggets, McSluggets, and it's not good for you. It really isn't. I mean, in moderation, whatever. You can have anything, right?
Hope says her dog won't even eat Taco Bell or McDonald's. See, if a dog won't eat McDonald's, that crap is not food.
The dog smells it and he runs away. Yeah, that's not good.
That's funny.
That's not good.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, so watching that movie, Super Size Me, and I just couldn't believe, I don't know, breakfast, I would get tired of it after just one day. There's only so much McDonald's that you could take. And eating that much would do so much damage. It's not even funny. But then again, in that movie, they introduced us to, I thought he was from Chicago. Maybe it was Wisconsin. A guy who ate or has eaten a Big Mac, at least one Big Mac a day for like 40 years. Sometimes two or three a day. Sometimes 2 or 3 a day, but at least one a day for 40 years.
There's a lot of bread in a Big Mac and very little meat.
The dude is skinny as a rail. No heart problems, no diabetes, no nothing. I mean, the
So
dude
he has
is
a good
just
metabolism rate, is what it is.
he's one of them people. You know, just
Hope.
like you got some people who smoke,
Ugh.
and she's 90 years old and she smokes a pack a day.
Hope get Wendy's chicken nuggets. That might not make his butt itch. Why? Because it's real chicken.
Wendy's, no, you want chicken? You want good chicken? Go to Raising Cane's. Raising Cane's is fresh chicken. But then again, I keep referring to this movie I saw called What the Health.
What the help?
What the Health. Health. Health.
Oh, health.
Yeah. And everything is bad for you. Everything.
It is. Everything has got sugar in it or natural sugars.
First of all,
Everything.
meat, you're dead. Just you're gonna die. Period. I said this before, and I'm gonna go into it a little bit. Human beings were not meant to eat meat. Period.
Wrong. I'm a carnivore. I'm going to eat all that meat I want to.
You can do it, but we were not meant to eat meat. We don't have the teeth for it.
Oh, I got the teeth for it.
Animals eat meat.
Look at them.
Because they have to chew on meat, raw meats.
$20,000. I got the teeth for them.
Lovely. You sharpen them yourself or what?
I could.
Diabetes, right? And we talked about this before. Some of you guys have listening for the first time or watching recently, new viewers. Guess what? Sugar does not cause diabetes. What?
Fried food.
Sugar does not cause diabetes. Should I say it 3 times like a friend of ours? Sugar does not cause diabetes.
What you got? What else you got? What else you got? What is suppressed?
Saturated fat. You're going to eat a lot of fried foods. You're going to feed your kids a lot of processed foods. What do you call those little pizza things you throw in the microwave? Those little
bagel bites.
Those are bagels, like pizza bite things. Those little pizza rolls, whatever. That's all processed. Even a frozen pizza is processed. Even deli ham and turkey, processed. Cheese, no good for you. Anything dairy, no good for you.
Yeah, it's because we don't process milk. Milk is designed to put a whole lot of weight on a baby calf real quick.
Milk was never meant, cow's milk was never meant for human beings.
Nope.
Cow's milk
so how are you supposed to eat cereal then?
Cow's milk is made for baby cows. Are you supposed
to pour soda over the top of cereal and eat it?
It's all marketing. It's all about marketing.
Tequila over the top of your Cheerios?
You got to sell cereal, so you got to promote milk. What causes cancer?
Smoking.
Milk, dairy.
Smoking.
Well, that too. But foods, milk, dairy causes cancer. Now get this. You go to the American Cancer Society's website and you go to the page recipes and all this crap. What are they telling you to cook with? Cheese, milk, dairy, fry your foods, bacon.
I like fried food.
It's all bad for you. The only thing we're supposed to eat are greens. Vegetable diet.
Speaking of fried food,
and then you got to watch out.
Never done this before.
Then you got to watch out for the what do you call that shit? The spray, the insecticides.
Yeah, I'm going to tell everybody how to make the best steak in their life.
Let's hear it.
So you get your steak out the freezer or out the refrigerator, whatever. Once it's thawed, pat that damn thing dry. Pat him dry. Roll him around in a little bit of flour. Deep fry that son of a bitch.
Deep fry a steak?
Deep fry it. And not very long either. Less than 5 minutes for medium rare. About 3.5, 4 minutes for medium rare. Take him out. Best steak you will ever eat.
Deep fried steak, huh?
Yep, but I've done it to pork chops too.
Oh, pork chops, you can fry them in oil. Oh, so good. But steak, deep fried. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh,
Maybe I'd have to
try
try it
it.
once, I suppose.
Try it. Oh hell
Um,
yeah, collard greens. I love some collard greens.
the only time I eat salad is when I order a hamburger. And that's only at Burger King. Oh no, who else does lettuce on a burger? Wendy's, Burger King. Does Dairy Queen do salad or lettuce on a burger?
No,
Maybe.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, eat more greens. Try to eat more salads after a meal, not before. After, like roughage, right?
Oh, if you want some real roughage, Brillo pads.
Brillo
There
pads.
there's some serious roughage for you.
Yeah, good luck swallowing a Brillo pad. But chicken, you're not supposed to eat chicken because it gets injected with so many antibiotics and vitamins and
Yep.
hormones and steroids or whatever.
Yep.
All of it
Unless if you
does.
get a Tyson chicken, supposedly they're steroid free and hormone free.
I don't know.
Supposedly, that's what they claim.
Yeah, that's possible. So all right. Beef.
Mm.
Every cow gets 120 different injections of vitamins and proteins and hormones and steroids. And guess what? You eat that when you eat meat. You drink it when you're drinking cow's milk. And you wonder why now they've been injecting so much more over the decades. You've noticed younger people, little kids, are kind of developing. The girls in particular are developing a little more, a little earlier. Why do you think that is?
Sorry, I'm giggling at Nadia.
Eat organic, and even organic, you got to be careful because pesticides. Now there's pesticides spray or what do you call that? It's a Roundup to worry about.
Yeah, supposedly there's a
Avocado salad.
multi-billion-dollar settlement with the makers of Roundup.
Yeah, that's a lot of people dying of cancer with that.
Yep.
And but yeah, you want to prevent your kids from becoming type 2 diabetic? Cut saturated fats. Quit feeding, quit frying, deep frying everything.
Hope we
Stop
were
the
just talking
saturated fats.
about that at lunch today. Little babies having babies, pretty much.
Yeah. And it's true. It's absolutely true. It pisses me off when I go to HEB or Walmart grocery shopping or whatever, and you see these families and with these little kids, 2 or 3 or 4 hanging around the cart, running around, and in the cart are boxes and boxes, cans of soda or Hawaiian Punch, gallons and gallons and gallons of all these fruit juices and Coke and the 2-liter bottles, 8 or 10 2-liter bottles of soda, packages of hot dogs, frozen pizzas, everything you deep fry or microwave.
Or processed food.
And you wonder why these kids bulk up, get diabetes and get sick and get obese before 8th grade. That's horrible. I got to change this music because it sounds like a
Funeral.
sounded like a Casio keyboard. Anyway, so yeah, if you're one that quit frying your foods. Quit doing fried chicken. Do it in the oven.
Okay,
Quit
Michael
frying.
S. Here's how you make a hot dog not the worst. First
Michelle,
off, make
not
sure
Michael.
Michelle, sorry. First off, make sure it's an all beef hot dog. Then what you do is put him in the bun, put all your toppings on him. Ketchup, mustard, relish, mayonnaise, whatever you want like on your dogs, put it on there. Wrap that little bad boy up in tinfoil, but not tight, make it like a little tent tinfoil. Stick him in the oven 350, 40 minutes. Best hot dog you will ever eat in your life.
Bacon wrapped hot dog.
I didn't say bacon wrap it.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
bacon wrapped hot dog.
I guess you could wrap up some bacon around that hot dog and then put all your toppings and everything on him. Yeah,
And
I'd try
you
that.
can look for a beef hot dog, but it's still processed. There's still other shit in there. Hot
Well,
dog
not
is
if
like
you get like a Nathan's or the other one. The
Nathan's is good, and then you got the one that's the
the Hebrew
Jewish one.
National.
Yeah, Hebrew National is actually pretty tasty as well.
Yeah, they're not processed because they're kosher.
Yeah, Hebrew National is actually tastes pretty good, and you'll be in God's good graces if you do that, and your food is blessed automatically.
Yeah, I think Hebrew National and Nathan's are skinless, so there's like no animal and intestine skin on that for to keep it formed.
The worst hot dog. There's a brand called Fud, FUD. Have you seen this?
Have not.
It's like 99 cents a pack for hot dog.
I would not eat it because that's chicken parts, beaks, feet, pig stuff. Yeah, no, it's not even a hot dog. That's all their parts left over. You don't know what you're eating. Stay
Fud,
away from cheap hot dogs. Just buy all beef. At least you know you're eating a cow.
FUD, Fud, bad. The other one is bad. Bar S, like bars, but the bar and then the S is separate.
Oh yeah, I've seen the bars. Don't stay away from them too.
That's horrible.
Yeah,
And
your best hot dogs are Nathan's, Hebrew National, and then I would and then my third choice would be Ballpark.
Yeah, and get the what's that good meat that they you can get now, the meat, the beef. Damn it, I can't think of it.
Angus.
Yeah, Angus beef. And okay, yeah. How do you like your hot dogs, everyone? Boiled, or do you fry them in a pan or on the grill?
On the grill is best.
You don't boil them at all?
With I don't like a boiled hot dog. I like them on the grill with a light coating of char on them.
Yeah, lately I'm liking them either grilled outside or in a pan fried instead of
Oh,
boiled.
boar's head. Nadia says boar's head has good wiener, so I'd try a boar head.
Boar's head. Somebody asked earlier about. We have a thing here. It used to be a traditional Sunday thing. It's called barbacoa. It's a form of beef, and it's cooked in a special way. All the parts of the cow's head, the meat from the cheeks.
All right, we're done. Fast forward.
But it looks like beef, and it tastes like beef, and it's real freaking tasty.
Nobody wants to eat.
It's real tasty.
Just kind of like that scene in Indiana Jones where they sit down and eat chilled monkey brains. Nobody wants it. They could have deleted that scene.
When you come here, I will give you some, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to eat it. You're going to think it's a taco. We'll make a taco out of it, and you're going to go like, all right, yeah, I'll take some more.
No, I'm not going to eat any lingua, whatever.
Yeah, but it is a form of brisket, and it's just got other cuts of meat in it. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it at first, but then you know what? I tried it, and I can't help it. It's good. I'm not gonna lie about it. Ugh, head cheese. Somebody said, "Oh my yuck." I don't even know what that is.
I don't want to know.
Do you remember head cheese? You don't remember head cheese?
I know what head cheese is, but I don't think they're referring to the same head cheese that I know.
Oh yeah, no. We're talking about actual food called it's head cheese.
Okay.
Bam, you're such a dirty mind, you bastard.
I can turn anything sexual. It's a gift and a curse.
Oh man. Bam actually went there. Head cheese.
I didn't say it. I did not say it.
No, it was said, but you turned it into something else. See? I like my hot dogs on a fork and burn each side. Yeah, that sounds good too.
I can't do
Liverwurst?
liverwurst. Oh, liverwurst is the worst. I can't do it.
What's the other one like liverwurst? Oh, maybe it is liverwurst. It looks like bologna, right? That comes in a roll.
Yeah,
Yeah, I used to eat that when I was a kid, and I didn't like it.
either that or I think it also comes in like the shape of like a sausage.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. No, liverwurst. I don't eat liver in the first place.
There's not
Liver.
enough ketchup in the world for liver.
There's not enough A1 steak sauce in the world for liver. Liver is dirty, man. Liver. It captures all the bad stuff from the
The
animal,
impurities. Yeah,
and now
I
you're
mean, if
eating
our
it.
livers
How's that
filter
healthy?
everything we digest, pills, alcohol, medication, whatever we digest goes through the liver. Whatever we take, it goes through the liver. I would assume the same thing for a cow.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I just saw this. Potted meats. Any potted meats at all.
Yeah, Jamie used to eat that shit. Oh my god, it was the most disgusting thing I ever seen. I'm
The
like, what do you
the,
want
the
next?
little
A
devil's
freaking
ham or whatever.
sardine?
The devil's ham they make that's some kind of mystery meat. Devil's ham brand. Spam.
Oh, and
More
ham salad. That
more
stuff is
junk.
disgusting.
More junk. You like do you like spam? Do you eat spam?
No,
Ever had it?
I have. A friend of mine in Kentucky, she has this recipe, and now I have it someplace. It's actually a spam salad where she cuts it up into little cubes, and then it's macaroni and some peas and some kind of like aioli dressing in there, and I'm not sure what else, maybe some like carrots or whatnot. And I didn't know it was spam, and it wasn't bad. But just to like eat spam like spam and eggs like people do in place of
Yeah.
ham, it's like I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Spam and white rice is good. But the
No
spam's got to
maggots on
be
my plate.
the spam's got to be sliced at a certain thinness. If it's the slice of spam is too thick, I won't eat it. It's
Yep, no maggots on my plate.
You've been to Hawaii? Anybody? Honolulu and the islands? They got spam only restaurants where spam is what's on the menu, and they cook it. They prepare it all different ways.
Grilled pineapple, phenomenal.
It's good, but still doesn't belong on a pizza.
No,
Grilled
doesn't
pineapple is
belong on a
good.
pizza.
Still does not
Not
belong on a
belong on a
pizza.
pizza. Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Bratwurst. Yuck.
I love a good brat. You haven't had it prepared correctly.
Not a fan of that taste of the brat. Not a
The
fan.
secret to a good bratwurst, you boil it in beer, then you take it, put him on the grill, and you char the hell out of him. Then you eat him. That's the secret to a brat.
Maybe I'll try it. But I'm not going to get good bratwurst down here anywhere.
Johnsonville.
Got to go up to. Oh, is it? Is that like the best one commercially? Yeah. I'd have to go to Wisconsin to get a real brat. Oh, man. They have spam with flavors now, like bacon and garlic barbecue.
Yes. They're trying to make spam bougie.
Oh, it's cheap enough. I mean, people can't afford crap right now. And there might be a spam shortage pretty soon. That's going to be the only thing that people can afford to eat in Joe's world. Brown onions.
What's a brown onion? Is that a white onion that you actually like caramelize?
That's what I assume it is. Man, you roast an onion till it gets all sweet and soft. Oh man, it's so good. Especially on a grill. Fried bologna. Done that when I was a kid. Fried bologna sandwich.
With ketchup.
Yeah, so good. Is VT not on tonight? No, she's not. Actually, I don't know if she is or not. I don't really care. Tonight I need a break from that noise.
Tonight this is a crackhead-free zone.
Yes. Till I find the next crackhead. Everybody's talking food now. Dude's at the garlic too. French onion soup. Some of them.
Homemade or I love French onion soup, and I've never made it at home like homemade, but I was in Chicago once, and I ordered it and had it delivered, and it was like with my steak and everything, best French onion I ever had in my life. It was phenomenal.
I've never had a
I love that.
phenomenal French onion soup ever. I don't think there is such a thing.
Oh, there was.
Nadia sent me a video clip of the pizza restaurant that was not in Chicago though, but it was a pizza restaurant. They made a pan pizza, and the dude put his pizza, what do you call it? Spatula or whatever, the pizza knife. Picked up the slice, and he went up the ladder, and the fucking cheese stretched all the way up about 6 feet up in the air without breaking.
That's a little much.
Very cheesy. That must be so good. I hate spam in the can or in my email. All right. Abel, what's up, Abel?
Hey, Abe.
Jessica Gonzalez. French onion soup. Let's see. I've never tried fried bologna. You should try it. Fried bologna. Just take a couple of slices, fry it just on a pan or a skillet or whatever.
Yeah, and when you fry it, it's kind of funny because it like the edges go in and the top comes up.
Yeah. It'll change your life, Nadia. Yeah, it will. So, anyway, back to the whole issue. Just for your own safety, everyone, stop eating meat, stop eating chicken, and
don't
just
listen
drink
to
water.
Manny. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Just eat water and lettuce, and you'll be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Sodas
and you look like Dre.
Well, for a little while, just do it for 3 months, and then go back to eating meat occasionally. No, I'm just kidding. Sodas, quit feeding your kids Cokes, fruit punch, Hawaiian punch, all that crap. Quit feeding that to your kids. Sugar sticks to your body and makes you bad the fastest. It's liquid. It's going to soak into you a lot quicker. A lot of sugar in that crap. A lot of sugar. Unless you can restrict it to a glass every week. But
see, this is the mistake that parents make with a baby. First off, I love baby lemon face. You have a kid, shove a lemon in their face, take a picture of it, and send it to me, because I love the hell out of a lemon face, especially in a baby. It is so funny. Videos are even better.
Yeah.
So that's my one request on that. But this is where parents go wrong with kids. Their first taste of sugar. Don't give them any freaking sugar. They don't need it. Because then that's all they're going to want for the rest of their damn life is sugar.
Yep. That's very true. Yeah, the sugar is addicting. And I mean, there's sugar in milk.
There is. Be surprised how much sugar they put in milk.
I mean, it's bad, but that's not why you get diabetes. You get diabetes from saturated fat. Once you get diabetes, well, now you got to watch out with the sugar. See how that works? I have a 6-year-old, and we do not bring sodas into my house. That's good. Very good. Just flavor the water. Squeeze lemon into your water. That's always good. How much weight have I lost since 2015? Gained and lost 30 or 40. Just up and down, up and down, up and down.
Since 2015, I gained about 200 pounds.
Now, have you lost any since you got diagnosed recently and now you're taking meds and getting things under control?
Well, the Trulicity, I think I lost like maybe 30 pounds, but nothing beyond that.
Any kind of exercise or workout at all you're doing yet?
I mean, I walk a little bit, but I walk as much as I can, but my legs just can't take it. My feet can't take it.
Maybe you need to lose a little more before you can start being a little more active or trying to walk or whatever. How about a bike?
I mean, it really sucks because, at the airport, I would walk, God, 25, 30 miles a day. Back
Yeah.
and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of walking at the airport. It's actually, if you ever got to travel, take advantage of the walking. Don't take those people movers, those big conveyor belts. Just walk. It's good exercise. Somebody should have done that in San Francisco when they were at the airport instead of getting a wheelchair. But anyway, I digress. Since high school, I've gained 50 pounds and it's not muscle, all belly. Dad bod at the Able. That's a lot, bro, 50 pounds. I've been trying to wean off Dr. Pepper and Pepsi. Been drinking ginger ale to trick myself at the bubbles. There's still sugar in ginger ale, though.
Abel, as long as you can still see your feet, you're good to go.
Michelle says also you can use dates, blend all sweetened, just about anything.
If you have a dicky do, Abel, go on a diet.
This water bottle thing is changing my life. It's just, I don't know. Lewis Black, there was a comedian, Lewis Black. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He did this thing about water. And it's true. It's a long time ago. Once upon a time, you can get water drink it from your garden hose. At least in Chicago, you could. The water is tasting
kid back
good.
in the 70s and 80s didn't drink out the goddamn garden hose?
And it was tasty. Chicago water is good. I don't know about anywhere else. I know New York also is good. Tap water.
The Chicago water comes straight up Lake Michigan.
And it's tasty. They clean it. And
after they add fluoride to it and about 9,000 gallons of bleach.
A little bit of fluoride, yeah. But it tastes good. You can drink it right from the tap, and it's good. New York is good. I've had it there as well. Here in South Texas,
don't drink the water. Don't do it.
Horrible taste.
Don't do it. Stay away from the water in South Texas.
There's something wrong. There's something wrong when you can taste it. When you can take a sip, and you can taste it. Yeah, something's wrong.
First trip Jamie took to Mexico as a flight attendant, he come back and he flew back into the States the next morning, and he ended up spending the next 12 hours in the bathroom. And I'm like,
oh man,
what happened? I said, he said, I don't know. I didn't drink the water. I said, did you have coffee? He's like, well, yeah, I made coffee at the hotel. I'm like, that's freaking water. He wasn't right. Poor kid. Look at Manny taking those headphones off and pretending that we're not even here.
I can hear you yapping.
Sure. What I say?
Oh, look, you ready for this?
Right on me. You can't have any of those.
Oh, I'm having
popcorn.
Some
Popcorn? When the hell did that come out?
Werther's, they make those caramel candies.
I love caramel corn.
These are so freaking good. I wonder what probably not good for you, but
probably not any. I think Garrett's would probably be better.
Let's see, where are we? There we go. Whoops, there we go. Saturated fat 3 grams, cholesterol 10, sodium is a little high at 150 milligrams. Total sugar is 14 grams. A serving is half a cup is a serving.
Okay, so like 25 corns.
A half a cup of popcorn is nothing.
It's like 25 pieces of popcorn.
So how many cups is in this thing?
Well, it'll tell you how many servings are in there.
Oh, 5 servings per container.
Okay. So then you got 2.5 cups.
2 cups, 2.5 cups. Oh.
Hi, Irma.
Oh.
All right, now you know you're going to be reaching over there in 3 minutes for another handful.
Probably. Trying to behave.
That whole bag will be gone tonight.
This was $2.75, something like that. HEB. Someone calls the cops because Manny's killing me with that caramel corn. I'm amused. What's up? And Abel, TB is half a TB is half a block down. Where I lost it. Been across there. Stay away from sugar. Grab sugar filled. I know. Shut up, Abel. I'll delete you and block you too. I know.
Okay,
I'm talking
Vanessa.
about. I know I'm talking about don't eat popcorn, don't eat sugar, and then here I go and reach for the. Fuck.
There's a word for a person like you. Hypocrite.
I didn't say I practice what I preach, but
okay.
I'm better at preaching it than practicing it.
Well, so's Vanessa.
No peanuts in here at all, just caramel corn.
Oh, well, you got to have peanuts with it.
No, because then you got Cracker Jacks. Then it's a Cracker Jacks box.
I like a good nut.
I like Cracker Jacks, but it's,
I love a good nut.
I'm driving to Texas to grocery shop. It's cheap. It is. And I think it's tax-free, too. Groceries are tax-free here.
Ow.
Hope if you ever come to Texas, let somebody know. I'm sure we got people all over Texas that would love to buy you a drink and a meal. I don't care what Vanessa says about you. Yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Y'all tried that Crunch and Munch? Those are pretty. Yeah, that's all right.
That has nuts in it. I like Crunch and Munch.
I'm amused. I grew up in Corpus Christi. I used to drink out of the water hose all the time. We were so darn poor. We drew faces on old lumbers and pretended they were robots. Yeah, I've done that. 2 nuts are better, Bam.
Well, this is true.
Fairbanks, Alaska. So, anyway, I didn't have much to. Just wanted to hang out with you guys a little bit, just talk about whatever. You brought out the Ricky Martin story. I wanted to discuss Dre and Marvin, but there's not really much to tell. Nobody's talking. Nobody's giving updates because legally they can't. And there's just not much to report there. His birth mother is on her way driving to go see him, to go try to see him. That's the last thing that I know. And that was an update today. She was on her way. And besides that, I don't know if she'll get to see him. She's going to try. Something happened between Katie. She's got that page called Without a Crystal Ball. And what's her name? Molly. I don't know what happened there. Something happened. And Molly was kind of cursing out Without a Crystal Ball and wanted nothing to do with her. And I don't know what happened. I was going to reach out to Without a Crystal Ball, Kate, and ask her what the hell happened. And so I don't know. There's no new information, so there's no reason to do a show or a program on it unless we're just repeating the same old stuff.
Well, my namesake died this week.
Your namesake?
Mm-hmm.
Bam, who?
No, Ivana.
Oh, your namesake?
Yeah, my drag name. So Ivana Trump died this week.
Mrs. Ivana Trump, yes. The one who came up with the Donald. Yeah.
Well, and it was funny when she divorced Donald. She was that commercial she did years ago. I can't even remember what commercial it was. and she was having cocktails or something, and she's like, "Oh, darling, don't get mad. Get everything."
What was that commercial for? What did she do? I don't remember. I could look it up real quick.
Yeah, so she died from
Pizza Hut.
blunt trauma, and
What?
they ruled it as an accidental blunt trauma, like she got hit in the head with something.
Maybe she fell.
Could have fallen, like passed out or something, fell, hit her head. But they ruled her as accidental blunt trauma.
Oh man, I didn't read that part. Blunt trauma to the abdomen.
Oh, abdomen.
Yeah, Carly. Hey, Carly. Carly says blunt trauma to the abdomen, not head.
Hmm.
What the hell happened to her?
I have. I just read a quick headline and it was blunt trauma. I didn't know where. I assumed the head. You know what they say about assumptions? They're the mother of all f ups.
Ivana Trump died from blunt force trauma. Medical examiner rules. Let me skim to this briefing. Ivana Trump, Donald Trump's first wife, died from blunt impact injuries of torso. 73-year-old was found dead Thursday afternoon at the bottom of the staircase of her Manhattan home.
So, was she pushed? Did she break a heel? You know how sometimes your foot kind of does one of those things?
What did she? Damn. Could she have? Unless somehow something hit her in the stomach, or she fell on something on her torso or stomach, like a railing, hand railing, or something. Unless she went over, not down the staircase, but over it, like from one floor to the next. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Interesting. Now there you go. She did Pizza Hut commercials. Last I saw, Ivana was on Wendy Williams. That's another one I got to talk about. What the hell's going on with Wendy Williams? I know her show got canceled, taken away from her. I know she got
Wendy
health
Williams
problems.
has and she talked about her disease. I can't remember which disease it is, but it makes her tired, or and something to do with her feet too.
Hey,
Because she constantly has to wear tennis shoes.
Yeah, I noticed that. I don't know what's going on with her. Somebody's asking you, Bam, would you ever consider dating again?
Dating, yes. Marriage, no. I might. I would probably date again.
He asked for campaign donations. He asked for campaign donations on the video. Which video? In the commercial or in a video talking about her?
Oh, Donald?
Yeah.
Well,
They
supposedly.
said they thought she fell down the stairs after she died, but I have no idea. You think she had cameras in there?
Supposedly, Lara Trump was just on Fox News the other day. I watched her, and the Donald is going to be making an announcement, and she did not say one way or the other if he's going to be running, but she did say that everybody knows that the country was much better off when he was president, and she said, so there's that.
Undeniable. I don't care what side you're on. You have to accept that it was. I know I'm not planning on getting off political right now, but it isn't what it was.
Well, and the Democrats are going to make sure that they convict him over this January 6th thing, so he can never hold office again. They're going to make sure of it.
Well, yeah, that's what they want. That's exactly what they want.
Just like they spent, I don't know how many millions of dollars and a year and a half or 2 years for this Russian collusion thing that was all fake.
30 million or more.
But boy, did they find some witnesses. They found witnesses, and yet Hillary's lawyer flat out said, I lied. There was nothing.
They uncovered more dirt on everybody else except Donald Trump. But anyway, that's for another show.
Oh, absolutely.
That's for
But there
another
you'll
show.
have that.
What's the deal with
There you'll
Ovaltine?
have that. You know, I never got big into Ovaltine. You know, that stupid. That's that chocolate drink, isn't it?
Yeah. Why is it called Ovaltine? This was a Seinfeld episode. The can is round. The O is round. Why didn't they call it O? What? No, what do you call it?
Tang. Do you remember Tang?
Oh my God, Tang. I have some Tang.
Do you really?
But they changed the formula. It's a little bit different. It's sweet as F. Woo! It's sweet.
I never did like it.
But it's a different formula. It's not
Never
the same.
did like it.
It was a big deal because remember it was the astronauts are drinking Tang up and on the moon. They're drinking Tang. But that crap is so sweet. It's not even funny. Hillary's lawyer said Russia was all made up by Hillary and her team. It was. At some point, it'll come out. She may be dead and buried, but it will come out.
That already came out, and that's when they were thinking about prosecuting her. But, it's Hillary Clinton.
Oh, that's what they said.
If a witness comes up that has something on her, that witness will end up dead, stabbed 50 times.
Or something.
Or shot in the head.
The story of Ghislaine, whatever her name is, Maxwell, the Jeffrey Epstein girlfriend who was convicted. How many years did she get? 30 years?
Something like that. I'm really surprised that one hasn't ended up hung yet in her jail cell.
Yeah, and how come they're not going to release the little black book with all the names in it?
Oh, and because there's some high-profile people in there, and I bet you there's some politicians.
Yeah,
and ex-presidents. And current Congress members.
And wouldn't you like to see what's in that book? I wonder where that book is. Can you imagine what the names in there? Hollywood people.
Oh, I'm sure. Lots
politicians.
of
I mean, that book would cause a lot of problems. I'll tell you that much.
Above the law.
Sipe Enterprises. What up, Shane?
They're above the law. Yeah, poor R. Kelly.
Not poor. Forget him.
He's going to be a cupcake for quite a while.
30 years. Not enough, but something is something.
Now, that's just his New York sentence. He hasn't been sentenced in the issues in Illinois yet, has he?
No. What? Hope. Swimming trans woman. What's her name? Leah Thomas?
Yeah, Leah.
Nominated for the NCAA Woman of the Year.
Woman of the Year. I'm sorry. You still have a dick. You are not a woman.
When all this crap gonna go away?
When the woke people go away. It's the woke people and their agenda that brought all this shit out.
What the hell is what? Oh my God. Woman of the Year. Well, just like Bruce Jenner. Remember Bruce Jenner when they announced?
Yeah, but I think Bruce had his tidbits cut off.
I don't think so at the time. I don't know
not
if
when
he
was
had
Woman of the Year. Not when he was Woman of the Year. I think he got him cut off afterwards.
So he actually had the reassignment surgery?
I think so. Don't hold me to that. I don't know for sure, but I think he did.
Because there's a lot of videos right now going around about people who transitioned, who had the surgery, who regret it now. What's her name?
Caitlyn Jenner. And it's a his. Unless he doesn't have tidbits.
I'm going to guess he did not cut off his parts yet. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking here. And there's a photograph, like from a distance, looks like a woman, but you get close up to the face, it's like.
Oh, well, there's always going to be some masculinity in his face forever. I mean, you can't soften that up, no matter how many surgeries you have.
Author underwent facial feminization surgery, hairline correction, forehead contouring, and jaw and chin contouring. But it doesn't say breast implants. Yep. Having undergone nose job, breast augmentation, tracheal shave, jaw reshaping, and beard removal as part of a transition, Caitlyn finally completed the process with gender reassignment surgery. So yeah, snip, snip, been done.
So now the question is Bruce a
You're
woman?
okay, dude. You're okay, dude. Nothing like that's gonna happen to you.
So is Bruce a woman?
Well, he's still a male, and he recognizes that too. He said it before. I'm always gonna be a male
because of the DNA.
Yeah, he said that on a public interview. He does work for Fox News now, and he's the most conservative trans person. Well, one of them, not the only one, but
yeah, I've seen him on Fox News a couple of times, and I'm like, oh my god, there it is.
But he also yeah, he recognizes, just like what's her name, the YouTube girl, Blair White, trans, male to female, good looking girl. I'll call her a girl.
But yet you have this professor from Harvard or Yale or Boston University, wherever the fuck she was from, saying that a man can get pregnant.
Yeah, no.
Because a trans man can get pregnant. Okay, a trans man is not a man because he still has the parts of a female.
If you want to,
not a man.
If you want to identify as a man, okay, you identify as a man, but you're still a woman. You want to identify as a woman, okay, cool, but you're still a male. You're still
Alyssa. You are 1,000% correct. There are only two genders, and these people that say there's more than two genders, they need to have their head examined.
It's all about biology, male, female, XY, XX, and everything else is just how you identify, how you feel.
Yeah, but if you're one of these woke individuals, there's more than two genders.
And that's fine. If you want to feel like a unicorn, okay.
Unicorns are they're not real.
Huh. Well, anyway.
Well, I take that back. I guess a man could be considered a unicorn because they have one horn.
I've seen a unicorn.
You did?
Yeah. It was at the corner of 124th and something in New York.
And what was it, a statue or something?
Yeah, it was a dude walking around with a horn on his head. Rainbow hair.
Did the Institute the name of Skybright?
I'm amused. She had to take extra classes at work because in one of our team meetings, I asked about this pronoun thing. Oh, don't get me started.
Yeah, don't get me going there.
That we have to use. I guess I sounded rude. Didn't mean to. I just don't know how it works. Because it's not a real thing. You're okay not knowing how it works because it's not natural. It's not natural to call somebody, hey, who is they, instead of saying who is she? Who is they?
So I used to work with this person, and this person said, well, my pronouns is them and they, and you will refer to me as them and they. I'm like, no, I won't. Them and they are more than one person. It shows more than one person. You are a single individual. Unless you have multiple personalities, might be a different case in point. But you are one person, you are a single individual, and you are female. No, I'm not. I identify, I'm a man. I'm like, no, you're not. You have that part down there that is female. But I said it to her. What I actually said it was started with P, ended with Y. I said, if you had a dick down there, different story than you're a man.
Have y'all seen the movie? What is a woman? Or was it what is a female? Is it what is a woman or was it a female? What is a woman?
A woman is somebody that gives birth, for one.
Let's have a little fun. How's that? You're up for some fun?
I like fun. Everybody likes fun.
Let's have a little fun. Have you seen this libs of TikTok thing?
Here's my fucking kid. He says he identifies as Pikachu. Somebody reached through the screen and slapped that motherfucker. Who the hell is this?
Boy,
oh, is that Greta? No, it's not Greta.
No.
If she could play with my Dumbo Trump flag.
No, she didn't. And if a 4-year-old ever did, in some sort of parallel universe, go up to her mother and ask to play with a Dumbo Trump flag, that would tell me what a psycho the mum was.
And I said, my Dumbo Trump flag. I don't have one of those. And yes, she calls him Dumbo. I just never corrected her. And she goes, yeah, you do. This one. And I feel like it's kind of profound.
Oh, of course you do. Of course you feel it's profound. And that's because you're so very shallow. No, it's not just you.
I'm 46, and when I turn 50 and my husband is all better, we plan on moving out of this country and somewhere else in the world.
Oh, so you're giving yourself plenty of time then, just in case, you don't want to commit to anything, do you? But you're 46, giving yourself 4 years, and also you're...
Okay, I don't like this video. I thought it was something else.
Okay.
So let me look for what I'm looking for. Excuse my popcorn.
Told you were going to eat that whole fucking thing tonight.
I'm not. I promise.
You will. I broke out my crystal ball. It says you can eat that whole bag.
Yeah, so explain this to me real quick while I'm looking for a video.
What am I explaining to you?
So Joe Biden stops oil production, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now we're in Saudi Arabia begging for oil?
Yes. This after we shipped 1 million plus barrels of oil to China. So
yeah, can you explain that? I mean,
so first off, he shuts down the pipeline on day one. His first day his first hour or so as president, he signs a decree that the pipeline shut down, closed, done, over with. 10,000 jobs destroyed, gone right there. Then I think it was 2 months later, he says no more drilling or fracking on federal land. You have plenty of drilling permits, use them. Okay, well, yeah, they have the permits, but they don't know if there's oil where those permits are used or are good for. I mean, from my understanding on this is it's millions upon millions of dollars these oil companies spend not only looking for oil, but to set up the rigs and all the safety measures that OSHA and the FDA is needed for a drilling process.
Yep.
I mean, it's the amount of money it takes to even start drilling is just unbelievable.
Yep.
So he says you use the permits you have. We're not going to give you any new permits. You're done. So with not even knowing that there's oil where these permits are located, one, it's not good business sense to spend all these millions of dollars to even see if oil is there. So this is one of the reasons why our gas prices have gone through the roof. And then he did something with some pipeline in Alaska. I don't know the particulars on it because I haven't been following that portion of it a whole lot, but that was just pretty much recent, like within the last 4 to 6 weeks that he did
Yeah.
something to that pipeline in Alaska, shut it down, or there was some drilling that he shut down or something that, like I said, I don't know the particulars on that. So his
And,
thing,
and the war in Ukraine's got nothing to do with this at all whatsoever.
well,
he can blame it,
has,
on the war in Ukraine.
it has this much to do with it. We got roughly 10 to 15% of our oil from Russia. So that with us not getting that oil, that's less oil that we're getting in here and using and refining into gasoline. And that's another thing. The refining process, according to these big corporations that take oil and turn it into gas,
Yep.
it's quite the process and very expensive now. So that's another reason why our gas prices are through the roof. So Biden's thing now is, well, let's go to Saudi Arabia, talk to the Arabs, and say, hey, can you bump up your oil production?
Yep.
And according to Fox News, the past couple of days, they have already decided how much oil they are going to produce all the way till September. So they're not going to bump up
Right.
any oil production until September something. Whether or not they agreed to do it, I don't know. I'm assuming they did because, oh, well, why not bend the United States over and get more money out of them?
Yep.
I would. Absolutely.
Because we're freaking idiots.
Well, that's because, we don't want to be energy
You know,
sufficient.
for some of you who don't like Trump, we were self-sufficient. We were sending oil out, and we still had oil and gasoline, whatever oil for ourselves.
We were selling it and
Yeah.
making money. We were turning into a business and not a purchaser. We were actually selling it. We were surviving on our own, making money, paying off debts. And then
Yep.
here you got Nimrod U-Haul come through. No, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Yeah.
And then all along, his goal is he's listening to the leftists and the green people, which is fine. I'm okay with being green. I'm okay with electric vehicles, providing that we get the same power.
Even
as-
Elon Musk says we need to open the oil reserves. Even
Yeah.
he said it.
I mean, I'm okay with electric vehicles, providing we get the same torque, the same power, the same everything that the gasoline engine is giving us, especially in the pickup area and the dump truck area, and all these work vehicles that we need that type of power for.
Yep.
Is a battery-powered pickup truck and all these other vehicles going to do it? I don't know. I doubt it. And then my kid's husband, he has a Toyota Yaris, I think it is. Battery and gas.
Yaris, yeah.
And according to him, in extremely cold weather, the battery sucks ass.
Yeah.
It
There was a
does
guy
not
who
hold-
there was a
it
guy who
doesn't
tried to
hold a
go
charge. You can't go anywhere with it. It's a piece of shit.
there was a guy who tried to go cross country in a Tesla, and he kept having to stop every 2 or 3 hours to recharge. And they said he took him longer to travel that distance than he would have if he would have in a regular gasoline powered car.
Now, if I remember correctly, back in, I want to say the 90s, mid to late 90s, we tried this electric vehicle thing. The car companies, the manufacturers tried to shove electrical vehicles at us. And the consumers weren't having any part of it. No, we're not going to do it. We like our gas. Don't give us what we want. I'm like I said, I'm okay with electric vehicles. Get the shit ironed out. Make sure it works. Make sure that the batteries are going to perform in extreme heat, in extreme cold weathers, like Canada. I mean, their ass is minus 150 degrees in the wintertime.
Yeah, and not just that. The day I buy a electric vehicle is going to be the day that they charge the battery charges as you're driving.
Yeah.
So you don't run out and have to stop and plug it in somewhere. It's continually charges itself.
So
That
until we
is
get
where we
all
need
of
to
that crap ironed out, let's keep gas going using the fossil fuels Because when we refine and drill for oil over here, it's a lot less harmful on the environment over here because the way that our government restricts the oil companies doing it.
Yeah.
Unlike over on the Saudi Arabia side where they don't have those laws and things. So they're doing a lot of harm to the ozone layer and everything else over there than we do here. And not to mention, when they find a pocket of oil, the first layer is the natural gas. So that's where your natural gas comes from. It's kind of like a byproduct of the crude oil that's been sitting underground.
Yes,
I guess
correct.
it ferments or something and creates this natural gas. And that's what forces the oil up through the pipeline when they get the gusher. That natural gas just, and that's what causes the gusher.
Yeah, see, friend, I think it's like 20 grand to replace batteries in a Tesla.
Yeah, it's not cheap. And then that's another thing. These batteries, what are they going to do when they die? I mean, are we just going to throw them someplace? Okay, well, these things have nickel, they have silver, they have other minerals and things that are harmful that we have to, use fracking to find,
Yeah.
to make these batteries. But yet our government says no fracking. You're not allowed to frack anymore. So he killed more jobs there in Pennsylvania because they were big into fracking over in Pennsylvania in the coal miner in the coal industry. So this guy is completely clueless, and we weren't going to get political, but here we are getting political.
Yeah, wrap it up. Ben is waiting for us here.
Oh, hi, Ben. So here it's Joe Biden that caused pretty much our gas prices to go from $1.80 to $2 when he took office to the $5 mark and plus where we are now. And he wants us to believe that it's all because of this Russian-Ukraine war, when it has about this much to do with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my spiel. And Ted Cruz actually has it ironed out from day one, gasoline price. Everything he did in this to now over $5 a gallon. Every time Joe Biden killed something in the oil industry, the gas prices went up. And it's date, time, everything. And it's a video out there someplace. And if you want to find it, play it for everybody. It's only like a minute and a half.
All right, we can look that up. Yeah, in a little bit.
And here's my buddy Ben. I love this guy.
All right, Ben is doing a review of Libs of TikTok. If you haven't seen this, it's hilarious.
And complexity and layers that
So boring.
you will not be able to understand through your white experience without education
Oh,
and listening to specifically Black women.
Wait.
Which we all know.
Hold
many
up.
people do.
Why do I have to listen to black women about this? Just a black dude smacking another black dude across the face. What does that have to do with black women? Also, I guess this person is on The Bachelor. Run like fucking hell. Run, gentlemen.
So when you share your perspective or your education on what you perceive to have happened.
Wait, not what I perceived to have happened last night. What happened? Will Smith smacked the dude on national TV. I didn't perceive it. Okay, we're now going to like the full left-wing view, which is that if a baby is born, the baby is clearly male, and the doctor says you have a male child, then he's assigning the gender.
I think it's a little early to start imposing roles on it, don't you?
So now, if you watch a man smack another man across the face on national TV, it's what you perceive to have happened. But is it really what happened? Is there some sort of mystery world in which this didn't happen? Oh, you're so obnoxious. You're not special. You don't get to only have an opinion because you're you. I don't even know who you were until producer Savvy told me you were on The Bachelor literally 15 seconds ago.
It's coming through your white lens, which has you on a place of moral high ground, lacks understanding of Black trauma, has such an emphasis on this binary of who is good or who is bad, centers violence, only actually continues to minimize Black women and their pain, and most annoyingly, continues to center yourself on shit that really just is not your business. So just take
It was on national TV.
Really try and look at the entire situation before you.
The entire situation is you're an obnoxious human. Shut up.
Because what you fail to see through your white lens was the
You just keep
actual violence
going.
occurring. The continued violence that is
Ableism?
that is misogynoir.
Misogyny. Okay, first of all, I want to focus in on this term misogynoir. And it's not misogyny. It's misogynoir, which means that it's like in the 1940s and there's a narrator and it's shot with a lot of chiaroscuro, like dark imagery. It's really quite misogynoir, starring Humphrey Bogart. If this person were in a room, I would run straight through a wall to get away from this human. This human is so crazy. Who would opt into this? Okay, everyone who goes on The Bachelor is insane. First of all, the men and the women, they're all crazy. They're all crazy people because why would you possibly wish to date on national TV? But when you're the craziest crazy person in the crazy person lounge, then yeah. But the utter moral superiority, you don't get to speak.
Oh, I want to see the other videos. Come on. Okay, here we go. Next
on
one's coming up.
TV. You're so obnoxious.
As an elementary school teacher in Florida, this new bill has really been weighing on me a lot. I teach first grade, which means my classroom is one of the ones that will be directly affected. For those of you who haven't been in the classroom in a while, one of the things that teachers always do at back to school night and meet the teacher and things like that is they like send home this cute little like meet the teacher thing where it has like a little bio about us, some of our favorite stuff, just so that you know who we are. How do I do that next year? Do I lie and not talk about my marriage? Do I pretend I'm single? Do I invalidate my spouse's stance as a trans femme person?
Well, because they're not supposed to say you're
I put
gay.
my job on the line?
How about you stop talking to your kids about your private life because no one cares?
Nobody cares!
I'm amazed at how many adults think that it is the job of children to validate their lifestyle choices. I'm amazed by this. This is just an insane thing to me. You exist to protect the innocence of children. They do not exist to make you feel better about the things that you do. What's wrong with you if you seek celebration from a child, period. End of story.
As an American citizen, I find it truly disgusting that my country goes 40 steps forward just for people like the governor in Florida to take us 30 steps backwards. Don't say gay, Bill. Are you serious? Don't talk about what I went through and what my fellow gay LGBTQ plus community went through to get me here. Are you serious right now? Is the government sleeping? Why are they letting you do this? Isn't this the free country, the free world, freedom of speech? Don't say gay. That goes against freedom of speech. You cannot sit here and say being gay is not a choice when you're not gay. You don't know that. Now you want to make learning about our history illegal? You are literally making it harder for children to feel comfortable because conservative parents feel like it's not okay. They're not gay. It's not their place to talk about it. Stop being concerned with what other people like. This is disgusting. Ew.
Okay, stop being concerned with what other people like. Also, I want to indoctrinate your kids. Stop getting in other people's...
That dude's a wee bit angry. You see his fingernails?
The freedom of speech of this person has not been in any
They were
way
like
compromised.
3 inches long.
Freedom of screaming like a crazy person of this person has not been compromised in any way.
Next.
TikToks in just 1 second. First, surveillance is only getting worse. People want to keep track of what
the are you doing? Seriously. Is going down in Florida, Texas, Idaho, South Carolina. It's going down everywhere. What the are you doing about it? This is your mess that my community has to suffer. I see lots of yep. Like y'all think you're Pac-Man. But I don't see nothing. So how many coffins will it take? How many members of my community have to die because of this wave of hate? 100, 500, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, a million.
A million? Wow.
I don't know. They keep saying about this.
Gender Americans are going to be murdered this year?
A lot of violence against gays, a lot of anti-gay violence. Is that a thing? I mean, I haven't heard of it.
That was good. Also, I feel bad that...
I mean, I haven't. Is that going on? You ever heard of any of this stuff?
I have not.
I mean, I know there was a time and a place back years and years ago when there might have been some of that going on, but I mean, they're making it sound like it's a rampant thing. And
this person's hair got caught in some sort of electrical fire. That's sad.
I know that every person of color has been on the receiving end of this, so my video is actually more for white people, actually.
I don't want to hear from you.
This is a serious question, and I would like a serious answer in my comment section or a stitch.
How about right now?
Are y'all aware that y'all often take up space with disregard for the people of color around you?
Stop for a second. What does it mean to take up space? Like existing? Take up space. That's like human existence.
I don't know
Since
what
we
she
are not,
means.
in fact, two-dimensional creatures, we take up space. Take up space.
If there's any confusion, I can give you guys an example.
Yeah.
I'm from New York City. Sometimes a sidewalk is narrow to the point where there's only enough room for two modes of traffic, one going and one coming. But that has never stopped white people from walking side by side and holding hands and expecting you to either stand and wait for them to pass or walk in the street if you need to keep them.
Wait, hold on. I'm to be informed that only white people hold hands. That's great. Things I didn't know.
You're so white.
Also, apparently, only white people walk down the street and other people move out of the way for them. That has not been the experience of most humans on Earth. It seems like that happens pretty much everywhere. Lots of crowded places, people move around for each other. By the way, I like the guy in the back. Who's the guy in the background? I'm just noticing there's a person who's standing around in the background while this person films. Looks like they're in some sort of uniform. So this is at the insane asylum. And there's a person in the background who's making sure this person doesn't escape her cell.
Are you guys aware that this is something that you do, or is it something that happens by accident? Because people of color are taught to be aware of how much space they're taking up at all times.
Oh.
So watching you guys take up space without even thinking about it is mind-blowing to a lot of us.
Is that a thing black people are taught? Not to take up space?
It's a mess to have something taking up space that don't function.
To be like a ninja? Floor is lava? Where is this coming from? Frankly, it seems like a great skill set. It's like the Alex Mack show from
So freaking cool. Trigger warning, this is an organ, and it is a wet specimen, and it is my uterus, plus the tubes as well. So, ready for the reveal?
Your boy, you don't have
This
a
is
uterus.
it. This is my uterus. She scrubbed off all the blood.
Dude's holding a uterus, claiming it as his own.
That is my cervix. That's what a cervix looks like, y'all. And these little strings right here
Look at his face.
are my fallopian tubes. This is my uterus. This is it compared to my head. This little thing causes so much problems for everybody. And I also got a LED plug-in LED stand with it. So it lights up different color and spins while it displays it, which is so cool.
I think I'm gonna vomit. I honest to God, I think I'm gonna vomit.
That was a great movie, by the way. That was the Monty Python's Meaning of Life. I don't know if you saw that or not. That movie. There was a scene in that restaurant scene, and it's a classic.
Why would you show me this, guys? Better question. Why do I pay you to show me this? Honestly, I just feel bad for these folks. I feel bad for folks like this. Like no, you know what? I got nothing on that. I got nothing. I got fucking nothing.
All right, here we go. Next one. Damn.
What is going on? What are you?
I'm so excited. I finally got my shirt.
Chesty Love. Damn, she got a facelift. She looks 20 again.
You mean you actually know who that is?
Chesty Love?
You're for real?
I know who Chesty Love is.
Is she a porn star?
Chesty Love is a stripper that has had several breast augmentations to get the girls the biggest they can be. She actually came to the Rockford area once, and some friends of mine wanted to go see her, but they wanted to drag me. I'm like, no, I'm not going to go see some cheap stripper with big tits. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah, this is like a sideshow.
But Chesty Love has
How
got to
long
be.
is this video gonna go on?
If I'm in my 50s, I mean, she's got to be close to 70 by now.
What's with her lips? Why is she making that mouth Is that what you call duck lips?
Sure.
Why, God? Why? When is the flood coming? When? Bring the asteroid.
Asked it to write a Joe Biden speech of its own. Here's the first page. Joe Biden speech. Interior speech field. On a stage stands Joe Biden. He smells a podium from behind. A crowd roars, knowing Joe's nose smells America's woes. Bars. Joe Biden. I've been Delaware and Vice Obama. Now it's time for you to put me in a home. The White Home. Joe Biden continued. When I was younger, I had a bully named Kitchen Steve, and he stole my legs for a long weekend. Did I cry? No. I put my fist in a mailbox, and mailman delivered Kitchen Steve a letter of hurt. That was 2016. The crowd cheers that Joe can remember things maybe well. Joe Biden continued. We are United States, but states not united. Hawaii swims away. Nobody knows where Alaska went. I say, stick them together. Get the glue. Joe pulls a handful of glue out of his glue.
All right. Anyway. I don't know. I have to, Chesty. Is that what he said? Is that what you said? Chesty love?
Okay.
Did you
So I
say
sent you something in private chat.
Did you say Chesty love?
Yes.
Ted Cruz?
Yeah. So where I was talking starts at about 4 minutes, 20 seconds ish.
Okay, hold on a second. I'm still trying to find out about this Chesty love you're talking about here. Especially if you said she's 80. Okay, 1966.
Oh, so she's 57.
56, 57, yeah.
God, thought she was older than that.
So what happens to those boobies size of Goodyear blimps
Triple Z
when you turn 56, 57?
I don't know what happens to them.
Do you deflate them?
I don't know. Did she?
Are they deflatable? Are they
Well, you'd have to have them surgically removed. You had them surgically built. Let's see a current picture of her.
I'm trying to find one. Chesty love. All these, see, all I get is like obscene stuff.
Well, she's a stripper.
What's her real name?
I have no idea.
Because all I get is porn stuff. Hang on.
You perv.
Horrible research I'm doing
Manny's
right
a
now.
pervert. He's looking at porn, everybody.
Okay, her real name is Cynthia Hess. Cynthia Hess. Okay, now. Nothing. I got nothing.
You got nothing.
No. That, you know what? That 57 with those boobs, I probably don't want to see it either.
Probably
don't want to.
I mean, at least the boobs are where they belong, and the face is like dragging on the floor.
Well, they're probably hanging by her ankles right now at this point. I mean, they're really heavy, I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, that girl that we just seen, I mean, I don't think Chesty was ever that big, but I mean, Chesty had some big boobs.
You know, do you remember Morgana?
Yeah, I mean, in movies, but no.
Morgana, the Kissing Bandit. She used to go to baseball games and she would run on the field like a streaker. She'd run on the field to go and she'll kiss the pitcher or the coach or whatever, and then she'd
The
run off.
harlot.
They would arrest her. Yeah, and she had big, gigantic boobies as well.
The harlot.
All right, so you want to wrap us up with Ted Cruz and politics?
All right, sure. Just it starts at about 4:15.
So we gotta help put people to sleep here. So we're gonna talk with Ted Cruz a little bit. Okay, let's see what Teddy's got to say. Where'd he go? No, there he is.
Inflation, and he needs to own it. That's exactly right. The Biden administration's assault on oil and gas production began during his campaign when he pledged during the debate. And I want you to look at what he said. He said, quote, "No more drilling on federal lands. No more drilling, including offshore. No ability for the oil industry to continue to drill. Period. Ends." That's what he promised the American people. And you know what? He delivered on that promise. His first day in office, he canceled the Keystone Pipeline. The next week, he halted all federal oil and gas lease sales, stopping development on the part of the economy that produces 24% of America's energy. On May 7th, Biden's Interior Department announced plans prohibiting oil and gas production on 30% of U.S. federal land. On June 1st, Biden revoked leases on the North Slopes of Alaska, totaling 16 billion barrels of oil in stranded production. On October 7th, Biden eliminated Trump's permit streamlining regulations. On October 29th, Biden's Interior began using the, quote, social cost of carbon in permitting, which is a new kind of analysis never enacted by Congress designed to get to know and denied permits. And then on March 21st, just a few weeks ago, Biden's Security and Exchange Commission announced a new regulation aimed at reducing investment in oil and gas, cutting off capital for drilling. Supply and demand has been how prices have been set from the dawn of time. Supply and demand still operates. The Biden administration has waged a war on supply, and prices have skyrocketed. This is not an accident. This is not Putin. This is Joe Biden and the Democrats and the Green New Deal, and they're desperately looking for a political excuse to blame somebody else for the consequences of what they promised they would do to the American people. Chair.
Yep.
And there it is, dates and everything that he actually did. And his platform when he ran was he was going to stop all oil drilling, all fracking, everything.
Tell me he's not listening to all these green people he's got in his administration, and this is what we have to do, and this is what we have to do, and he's just a puppet. He's just a puppet. He's a meat puppet. I've always said it. Listening to all these environmental radicals, and look where we are now.
And like I said, there's absolutely nothing wrong with electric vehicles. I'd buy one once they get all the issues ironed out. And okay, you want all of us to have electric vehicles? That's fine and dandy. You're dictating. Okay, first of all, I'm not a fan of dictators, but that's neither here nor there. But you cannot, let me say that again, you cannot do it overnight. You cannot say, no more oil, no more natural gas, everything's solar, everything's wind, and everything's electric vehicles. You can't do it overnight.
The wind turbines are not doing the job.
The amount of electricity that you are going to force the Americans to use on electrical vehicles and heating our homes and cooking our food.
Yeah.
The electric grids we have cannot handle it.
Guess where the power comes from charging the electric cars?
Nuclear.
Coal. You still need coal.
Yeah. I mean, these people are kind of clueless until we get another viable electrical source. They're kind of clueless. And I get Greta Thunberg. How dare you? I get her. I got it. But unfortunately, it's going to be generations from now for them to figure it out, because there is no figuring out how to replace nuclear power, how to replace coal power. We have to have it until everybody's living in one building, and this building is like 5,000 miles high.
Yes. Didn't you send me that Greta Thunberg stuff? Is that on Messenger or text?
I think it's your text message. Let me look real quick.
If you haven't seen this, people, this is pretty funny.
Look at your messenger. Because I'm not seeing it in text.
Okay.
It's got to be in your messenger.
Yep, found it.
Okay.
Un momento. Un momento.
This is my buddy Greta from across the pond in Australia. Good eye, mate.
Okay,
And you
Yuval,
guys may have heard Greta or seen the Greta part, but wait till the end. The end is very special.
There she is. All right, cue the Greta tapes. You got to hear this. This is an awesome response to her.
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school.
You remember
on
this?
the other side of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words. And yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
This sounds like a fairy
All
tale.
the school kids going on strike for climate change. You're the first generation who've required air conditioning in every classroom. You want TV in every room, and your classes are all computerized. You spend all day and night on electronic devices. More than ever, you don't walk or ride bikes to school, but you arrive in caravans of private cars that choke suburban roads and worsen rush hour traffic. You're the biggest consumers of manufactured goods ever, and update perfectly good, expensive luxury items to stay trendy. Your entertainment comes from electric devices. Furthermore, the people driving your protests are the same people who insist on artificially inflating the population growth through immigration, which increases the need for energy, manufacturing and transport. The more people we have, the more forest and bushland we clear, the more of the environment that's destroyed. How about this? Tell your teachers to switch off the aircon, walk or ride to school, switch off your devices and read a book, make a sandwich instead of buying manufactured fast food. No, none of this will happen because, the piece says, you're selfish, badly educated, virtue-signalling little turds inspired by the adults around you who crave a feeling of having a noble cause while they indulge themselves in Western luxury and unprecedented quality of life. Wake up, grow up, and shut up.
Beautiful.
I love the part where he says badly educated, because the kids that are graduating from college and private schools, it's like, what the heck are they teaching you? What are they putting in your minds to make you think that this shit is all right?
That was
I mean,
awesome.
I get change is okay. We're not going to get anywhere without it, but and I understand that. But some changes, you mother truckers. I gotta come up with creative ways of saying other words. Otherwise, I'm going to get bleeped out in replays. You mother truckers are so way out there in left freaking field with these woke individuals and the green individuals, and wow, I mean, wow covers a lot, but it won't cover this. Mother trucker.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was well said, and he was spot on.
He shoved it right in her ass where it needed to go.
Yeah.
All right, I guess maybe I need to start saying arse. Put that R in there, arse. Whatever an arse is, I don't know, but that's what we're going with, arse.
Yeah, they say that in Europe.
I know. There's no R in ass, but okay.
I should say everywhere else in the world they say arse.
And they say it in Australia too.
Somebody mentioned
Carl.
Somebody mentioned Kimmy Schmidt. Kimmy Schmidt. Yes, I've seen that. And one of these days, I am going to get to Kimmy Schmidt. We'll talk about that too. Yes, Carl. Wait, Carl with a K though. Carl with a K.
Carl with a K.
We're doing Carl with a K.
Because Carl with a C is a good guy. Carl with a K, you
Yeah.
got to watch out for that mother trucker.
By the way, you can get your Don't Be a Carl t-shirt at mannysmerch.com. Becoming quite the popular item.
Is it really?
Yes. It
That's
is.
awesome. That's awesome. Don't be a Carl.
Don't be
mother
a Carl.
trucker.
Oh boy. Yeah, so that actually hit the spot. That was nice. That was good.
I love Greta to death. I really do, especially when she goes, "How dare you?
How dare you?
I should be at school on the other side of the ocean, but no, you look to me for hope. How dare you?"
Like nobody was looking to you for anything. Just like he said, go back to school, go to your class.
Yeah,
and-
well, I might look to you, row you up in a ball and drop kick you. That's about the only thing I'm looking at for you.
Oh boy.
Mother trucking Carl.
Mother trucker. Mother fudger. Take mother fudger.
Yeah, but mother trucker sounds better to sounds more closer to to the real thing.
So yesterday I showed the video. I tried to show the whole video 7.5 hours, and I fully intended to.
Yeah, I couldn't do the whole thing. I mean, I got really tired of her really quick.
But
I was
bored.
starting to fall asleep. I mean, I was getting tired.
Yeah, I got bored. I had to start skimming through it, and I think we skipped almost 2 hours worth. But it was just boring. I found it's her boring. You know, if you're gonna do a 7.5 hours something, give me something.
We need better content, Vanessa. We're tired of you picking on people, showing their profiles, saying how ugly they are and how funny their nose is, and what you got. What do you got? What you got now? Why are you so pressed? What do you got? What now? What now?
Yeah,
I'm
love,
a biologist. What now?
I love how she claims everybody's pressed, but when she's the one who's pressed, right?
She's something.
And it's I promised I wasn't going to talk about it, but it was boring, so I had to skip
Dave
through it.
Villa, I do not have my own channel. I just hang out here with Manny on occasions.
We're trying to get him a new computer because right now, see, he's got the green screen in the back.
Green screen.
I have a green screen, but he can't do that yet. His computing power is not strong enough to handle that because then he starts to get
I'll freeze up and I'll pause and
he freezes up.
I look like a bad robot.
So that's why he's got the green screen, but it's not in use. Just it was for a little while. But you tried it, didn't you? Try it the other day? It didn't even work. Well,
Yeah,
first
it
of all,
didn't.
you need better lighting. You don't have a good lighting on that.
Well,
not bright
I
enough.
have my light turned down because everybody looks better in low lighting. I mean,
John
you tend to have flawless skin
Go F
in low
yourself.
light. You tend to look better in low light. You give them a few more drinks, you look even better.
Yeah, somebody just complained about you wanting to drop kick Greta.
Oh, sweet
Like-
Jesus, it was a fucking joke.
Like,
Get over
dude,
yourself.
he didn't mean it literally, John Doe.
Oh, fuck me in the ass already.
I booted him anyways. Like, dude, get a grip, man.
I mean, it was a fucking joke. Oh, sweet Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yeah, there's your
My fan club, you can't please them all.
right? You can make some of the people happy some of the time, but you can't make all the people happy all of the time. And
Well, no, you can. You just got to get them all drunk and sleep with them, and then everybody's fucking happy.
you're the expert on that one. So green sheet on the left, green screen on the right. If I turn it off, here, you want to see what it looks like? I guess I'll show you what it looks like. green screen. Same thing. But the computer
He's lit
I
up a
have,
little better than I am.
It's got the computing power, so I can. It'll do it. It'll handle it. And his, it'll use up too many resources, and it'll freeze up and lock up. So
I have a really old computer, and it doesn't do well.
yeah, at some point Ben will grow up and get a real computer, not a play school computer, and we'll get it to work.
Hey, I happen to like my Hewlett Packard, but I need an Apple.
MacBook would work just fine. Even a MacBook Air would work perfectly too. It is. It's literally a green screen, just like on the TV stations. See, when they do the weather,
yep,
it's a green screen, and then they just superimpose the video of whatever they're showing, the map of the U.S. or whatever. So when she's doing all this, it's actually she's doing it on a green screen, but on the TV you see a map.
Yeah,
and the weather person's part, they have to kind of know where the lines are, the borders and the cities. So when they point to them, so they're not looking at the screen.
And that's why they look like this. They're looking straight ahead because on a monitor, they're actually seeing it. And then they're pointing to the.
Yeah, exactly. So they're looking there so they know where to point here.
Yeah.
So modern technology, it's.
Just don't wear green and a green screen.
You can change it up to put whatever you want. Yeah, just don't wear green or you'll just disappear. Which is pretty
You'll
funny.
be just ahead. You'll be ahead. Ahead of what? I don't know, but you'll be ahead.
Cool.
I
Jay
made a
Villa,
funny-
get in touch through my page, send me a message or whatever. And yeah, there's a few different options for green screen. The main part of it is you got to have enough fabric, and then you have to need a way to hang it or how to display it.
Yeah, thumbtacks work really well.
Yeah, they can. Piping, like that plumbing. What do you call it?
PVC pipe.
PVC pipe. You could easily make a little frame and set one up for that, or you can buy them already made. They're not that bad. But it's got to be wide enough. This thing wide is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 8 to 10 feet wide.
I think that's what mine is, about 8 feet wide.
And if it's too short, then you have to put it closer to your chair, to your back.
Yep.
So there's a lot involved. You get in touch, I can help you out with that. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight.
Give a hoot. Don't pollute in the city and in the woods. Help keep America looking good.
Is that a commercial or something? Or
yeah, that's that owl. Give a hoot, don't pollute guy.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that one. I just remember I'm just a bill. Remember?
Oh, on Capitol Hill. I
on
remember that one.
Capitol Hill, yeah.
And I remember the Pampers commercial too. You got a wet shirt, and that's too bad. You could have a dry shirt if you only had brand new Pampers. I got a dry shirt, and I'm a lucky guy. You could have a dry shirt if your mama buys brand new Pampers.
Yeah, you are much older than I am, but I don't remember that at all. Don't remember that at all. I remember when you say Bud, the Budweiser commercial.
Oh, I remember those.
They would show the Budweiser Clydesdales and all that stuff.
I love a good Clydesdale. You know, those things are like $4,000 a horse.
$4,000. Well, that's not that bad.
I guess it depends on how old it is. But they're like huge fucking horses. They're beautiful horses.
Do you remember? Oh, shit. Let's see. I hope we don't get blocked for this, damn it.
What are you going to show me?
Here, for all you fetuses that are out there.
My baloney has a first name. It's OSCAR.
And by fetus, I mean all you young people watching. This is what we had to go through growing up.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts.
Mounds don't.
So I gotta pause some of this audio because try not to get blocked. Then I gotta delete the video tonight. And maybe it's not a big deal. Oh yeah, Peter Paul mounds is what they were called.
Yeah.
And then they got rid of the Peter Paul.
Closest you could get me to a fish was the aquarium.
Yeah, and I think Reese's owns them now.
You see, most fish is not
Or
government inspected,
Hershey's,
but
one
all
of the two.
McDonald's fish is U.S. government inspected grade A. And it's all
God, look at that
farm-raised
old
filet.
polyester
No fish
McDonald's
cakes, not ground up, it's not mixed
uniform.
with other fish. It's a fillet of fish, the best-selling fish sandwich in America. Tell them your nickname, Henry. They call me Jaws.
Quality you can taste.
That was an actual McDonald's commercial.
Look what happens when you buy 3 boxes of Purina Cat Chow. You get 1 box free. Purina Cat Chow. Chow, chow, chow.
Buy 3 bags
Chow,
of
chow,
Purina
chow.
Cat Chow and get a coupon good for 1 bag free.
Purina Cat Chow. Chow, chow, chow.
I don't remember
No
the
matter
dirt,
what
Nadia.
size
I think it was I'm gonna wash that gray right out of my hair.
I want to watch that.
Amber,
gray
you're right.
out
It
of
is
my-
Mars. It is Mars. You're right.
Catch out now and get one free.
Chow, chow, chow.
Chow, chow, chow.
All over the world, the word for great coffee flavor is Nescafe.
Nescafe. Isn't that instant coffee?
In America, Nescafe.
I'm gonna bet you $1 billion.
Ooh.
That in Italy they don't drink Nescafe.
Oh no, they don't. They drink espresso.
They drink real freaking coffee. They're not gonna drink Nescafe instant coffee.
Nescafe's great flavor comes 2 ways.
No, they drink espresso, and it's in those tiny little cups, and you just kind of.
I want one of those mugs.
And now Nescafe decaffeinated.
Oh, it is that instant shit. You're drinking coffee grounds. Ew, gross.
Nescafe regular, Nescafe decaffeinated.
I like how she goes. Like it's so cold and.
What's your pleasure?
Well, there is snow there. It could be cold. You don't know.
What are you watching?
You make this shot, you can have anything you want for dinner.
I'll have Kentucky Fried Chicken, Mom.
You got it, superstar.
Kids love Kentucky Fried Chicken. Just
I went
like
to Chicken
other
Ranch for
folks.
dinner tonight.
And with all those delicious fixins, what a meal.
Does KFC even do a commercial, like video commercials anymore?
I don't think they do.
Quite like them on television. The Bradfords, not your typical family of 8 children.
I don't wear nightgowns anymore, Daddy.
Eight, all
They'll make
eight,
you laugh
eight.
1 minute.
What is it? 8 is a crowd or 8 in a family? What is it?
8 is enough.
Just
8
like
is
your
enough.
own family. 8 is enough right after Happy Days in Laverne and Shirley.
Damn.
Schlemiel, Schlemazel, Operated Incorporated.
Listen, Mr. Merrill, if you don't stay tuned for the second half of the Brady Bunch Hour, you're rude. Rude.
Pardon me, what kind of dog food does your dog eat?
Young fella, there's 2 things I know: checkers and dogs. Dogs like canned dog food.
Oh my
Nicely
God!
Herman
I
here.
thought that
You
was.
think he-
That looks like James Woods.
Like Gainsburgers?
Well, he might. Yeah, leave this to me. Dogs like food that's moist and meaty.
No, it's not.
But Gainsburgers
There's
are
that word,
and meaty,
moist.
see?
Go ahead, but
I remember that Gainsburger. That was so nasty.
And they
It looks
taste
really
terrific.
gross. Oh, it tastes terrific.
You don't know nothing about checkers, neither.
Gainsburgers dog food, the canned dog food without the.
No, you want to see one of the greatest commercials ever on the planet, ever. And I'll
Lay
say
it on
ever
me.
again. Okay.
Lay it on me.
All right, hang on. I gotta hide this one. I don't want to give it away right now.
Yeah, KFC does have really good chicken pot pie.
Okay, here we go. This is a great. I think
The greatest commercial ever, according
One-
to the world of Manny.
of the greatest commercials ever is this one right here. Right. All right. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Down to deal with Dallas. Don, is it a deal? Do we have a deal? It's a deal. I got to go. I got a call coming in. Hi, Doc. Just tell the Don.
In this fast-moving, high-pressure, get-it-done-yesterday world,
Aren't you glad there's one company that can keep up with it all?
You got a deal. Good. I'm putting you down to deal with Dick. Dick, what's the deal with the deal? Are we dealing? We're dealing. Dave, it's a deal with Don, Doc, Dick. Doc, it's a deal with Dave, Dick, and Dave. Don, it's a doc with Dick, Dave, and Dick. Gotta go, Dave. Disconnecting. Gotta go, Dick. Disconnecting. Gotta go, Dan.
That's awesome. That's one of the greatest. That dude was the fastest talker in the world. He even made it to the Guinness Book of World Records for the fastest talker.
I remember him. Oh.
We'll have to hear last one. Was it Life Cereal?
It's Mikey.
Oh,
He
yeah.
likes it.
Yeah. This was a classic.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not going to try it. You try it.
Try it.
I'm not going to try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't need it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
When you bring life home, don't tell the kids it's one of those nutritional cereals you've been trying to get them to eat. You're the only one
He
who has
likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Yeah.
I always liked the Cinnamon Life. The Cinnamon Life was really good.
That was a very popular commercial. Hey, Mikey. No, he likes it. Hey, Mikey. Stranger Things. I don't know. Something about that puts me to sleep. I can't get into that.
You know, I made it through a couple years ago. I watched one season of it, and I got into it. I mean, it was okay. And then when season 2 came out, I tried watching it, and I just lost interest. I couldn't get into it again. And now everybody raves about it, and it's like, why? What about Stranger Things grabs your ass that you think it's that great? Because I don't think it's that great.
I tried. I mean, I'll try it again if you want. Maybe I should just skip to the second episode, but I can't get past the first one. The first episode, right? The very beginning.
Luke, I'm right there with you. I cannot wait for the next season of Cobra Kai.
I haven't gone to season 2 yet. What are you on 3 now? Going on 3?
Cobra Kai?
Yeah.
I think we're on waiting for season 4.
Oh crap! I'm way behind it. There's a. You guys know what? Do you know what? This should be an audio.
Oh, we're going
thing,
on
but
season 5. I almost said 5, but I didn't because I couldn't think. I couldn't remember where we were for sure. Yeah, we're going on season 5. We're waiting on 5, Manny.
Season 5. Do you guys know what vocal fry is?
Vocal fry?
Vocal fry.
Nope.
Anybody watch Howard Stern?
I used to.
I used to religiously. I mean,
I lost
I'd be
interest in him about the time he had that kid almost fall out of his New York apartment.
That was his apartment?
I think it was his kid.
No. I know a kid fell. I mean, there have been many, actually, unfortunately, that fell out of those high-rise apartments. I don't think it was one of his. I would have remembered that. One of his kids dying. He's got 2 or 3 daughters.
Oh, maybe it was. He was reporting it, and I thought it was his kid. And that's about the time I lost all interest in Howard Stern. God, and y'all think I'm a dirty pig. Holy shit, this dude puts me to shame.
Man, he's not. It's not that bad. I mean, he got a bad rap, especially when the singer down here, Selena, when she died. He was telling reporting on the story, and in the background they put on, like gunshots, sound effects, and people lost their shit. People lost their mind.
That's a little rude. You don't do that.
It was like, I mean, it wasn't. I don't know. You got to take it for what it is. He's just trying to be funny on the air, but people got pissed off.
I know we talked about this before. Yolanda Salazar is out of prison now, isn't she?
Saldivar. I don't think she is.
And I know we talked about it a year ago, maybe.
She is. I'm pretty sure she's still in prison.
We talked about it when the new Selena came out, the Selena series.
Okay, no, it doesn't say. Anyway, you guys know what vocal fry is?
No.
Well, you're about to find out.
All right, lay it on me. Fry my vocal.
There's so much to talk about, but had a busy day today.
There was something you were going to play today that we didn't get to yesterday, and
I have a ton of things.
What that was?
I just want to make a point about The Bachelor that I watched last night. There's a girl on there, Lindsay. She was the
Anybody watch The Bachelor?
She's a runner-up, I
No.
should say.
I hope
And
not,
she-
but if you do, it's
when
okay.
she talks like this. She's like, I wish I had tape of her. Maybe JD sometime during your news find tape of Lindsay, the blonde.
Luke says she's still in
And
prison.
I read an article about this, that it's like almost an epidemic. A lot of women are starting to talk this way. It's not that they get together.
I read that article.
It's the
yeah.
croaking thing.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, wow. One of the things I love about Ben is that he is. And then all of a sudden she'll slip into her feminine voice and
Yeah.
she goes, he's just a really great guy.
Right.
And they're saying that,
That must
all
be
of a
vocal
sudden,
fry.
there's a bunch of women
That's called vocal fry.
who all
She's
do
a
this.
really
Yeah, they say
great
in
guy.
colleges
And I don't know.
where women hang out together, this is
Yeah.
becoming a way of speaking.
And I've noticed it. And this Lindsay does it. And she goes, oh, Ben is so great. And he's a really, really good guy. And I'd like to meet. I mean, after all, we could be engaged after today.
Oh, yeah.
Sure you could.
And then when she's with Ben, they have the same vapid conversation over and over. She goes, you know, I really find myself opening up. And I really think you're a great guy. And like it was driving me mad. And then when I read this article, I realized it's a thing. And women aren't getting together deciding to do this.
No, it's become a
happening.
speech pattern that is
It's really horrible.
part of this generation of women.
Yeah. And they're all doing it. And then they slip into their feminine voice, and then 2 seconds later, they're right back into this. And it's called vocal fry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You read about it too, right?
I did the article on the air, Howard.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so
vocal fry. Yeah.
I think I catch myself doing that sometimes. Mostly if you're like, if you're in like in a relaxed state, maybe a casual phone conversation late at night, and that'll do it on purpose. I think it's just
last night's Bachelor.
it's almost like you don't have enough energy to just to use your full voice. That's what happens when you use a little less.
Stupid rap over and over again.
Less
I use that
energy.
when I call in sick.
I've been very protected. I've been protecting myself.
Oh man, I got a sore throat.
I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm just not feeling up to par today. I'm gonna have to take the day off.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And I took down my walls, and I'll admit that I like maybe my relationship with Ben. Well, he feels like a douchebag. You picked a chick who's like the most horrible human being. You know what? With some of the
He's gonna play audio of it.
there it is.
Talking about croaking, but hey.
Exactly what
Come on, Chloe, come on,
found example.
Like you normally don't, because I think as a
What show is this from?
There
Yes,
it
he's
is.
being interviewed.
And where's the Bachelor?
I
She
don't know.
does it
Where?
all through the whole show. Which is, what?
They're from last night's show.
Proposal. Oh,
picnic.
How about this picnic? You and the Matterhorn combined. Pretty incredible.
This is crazy. Sitting in this gondola suspended over the Swiss Alps is so gorgeous, and I know that this is the
you hear?
Yeah.
place and time where I need to open up to Ben. It was so great meeting your family.
No, you hear? She has a girl voice,
Yeah,
and then
so
she goes,
great meeting your family.
"Yeah, I know this was the time to really open up to Ben." And this voice fry is something lots of women are doing.
Yeah, they liked you. They really did.
It's okay, good.
Yeah.
There's someone I could totally see as family, and after you meeting my family, it's crazy. This is crazy.
That's crazy.
It's good. It's good. Crazy.
Isn't-
Great.
isn't that crazy?
Girl talk.
Wow.
Anyway, I don't know if you guys ever heard of that or do that without even knowing you do it.
At any
It's a thing.
It's a thing. Who knew it was a thing?
I used to listen to him all the time. I mean, religiously all the time, from 4 in the morning till whatever, 10 o'clock, 10 or 11 o'clock.
I can't give that much energy to that man.
Yeah, it was entertaining. It actually was. You get to know once, if you if you've followed him the whole time, you get to know all the players on his show. And I just did it right then. You just watch everybody grow and you see what happens on the program and stuff. But then he got all weird when he got political. He took the deep dive into liberalism.
Nadia, we do not talk about those hoes.
Yeah, I'm not into that at all. At all. I'm doing vocal fry now. I don't get into them at all.
I do not like any of those hoes.
And
I'll tell you why.
Yolanda Saldívar, Luke is right. When she comes out of prison, she's going to have a target on her back.
Yeah. But, here we have Miss Kim, who had an ass on her like this. And then she decided to date the black guy and get married to him. And all of a sudden, her ass went from this to this.
Yep.
What happened there?
So you're thinking she didn't want it, but he wanted it? And now she likes it? Is that what it is?
Wow. I'm here, but I'm not here.
Does she even like it?
I hear you. Do you see me?
I see you.
Because my screen just kind of disappeared on me. It's like it kicked me out.
You're still there.
Oh, am I?
So, hello, everyone who's just joining us.
I mean, it seems like she purposely had her ass pumped full of enough shit. No, I'm coming.
You're there. You never went away. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. It's like she had her ass go from like tea for 2. Now we can serve dinner for 12.
It's big. I don't know.
We can serve dinner for 12 on her ass.
Why do people do these things?
Why is there 2 of me?
Yeah, you did something. That one's frozen. See, I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. Now we got 3 of them. Are you there? Can you hear?
I can hear you.
Yeah, you're freezing up. You really do need a new computer, man. Isn't you an inbox? MOTM Messenger. Please decipher that message.
I can't afford one.
She's in Mountain View. Oh, right here in Texas, Mountain View. And supposedly I heard she's up for parole in a couple more years. Unfortunately, somebody will do something to her. Because that was a huge...
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
That was a
Here I am.
That was a huge
I'm
person that she took out. You've always been here. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's on your end.
Well, now
It's on
there's
your
not
end.
12 of me going on. Yeah, there's not 12 of me anymore.
Yeah, Yolanda took somebody
normal.
who meant a lot to the state of Texas, especially South Texas. And she will have a target on her. You know, like who? Like that Blanco lady who was the queen of cocaine. Imelda, what was her name?
Selena was
something Blanco.
She was just becoming. She was like this close from becoming like just like an average celebrity to like a huge celebrity.
Yeah, she was right there, man. She was already big in the music world. And she was she was just getting into the secular, which would be English singing.
Yeah,
and man,
and
she was going to be the biggest thing since sliced bread. And she was there. She was there.
I mean, my favorite song from Selena is "Como la Flor." Did I say that right? He's not paying any attention to me. He never does. This is what I deal with.
Go ahead.
This is what I deal with. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did. You said it perfectly.
Oh, did I? Yeah. That's my favorite song that she sings. And I mean, I can't understand but like maybe 2 or 3 words in the song, but I mean, her voice is just so beautiful and the song is so beautiful.
Tragic freaking.
Although I do like that techno song she does too. I mean, that's kind of a cool song.
Techno cumbia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm into that. Okay, so then they make the movie, right?
I love the movie. Jennifer Lopez, it was one of her first roles as an actress. It was her breakout role, is what it was.
Yeah. And I don't think anyone else would have done a better job.
No, and Jennifer Lopez, well, Jenny from the Block. I mean, she was a singer, and that was her breakout role into acting. She did a phenomenal job. I love Jenny from the Block. Jennergy.
Let's see who else. There was a woman called Becky Lee Meza. She's the one who played a younger Selena. I'm trying to figure out. I forgot who else was cast before they selected Jennifer Lopez. Salma Hayek was bumped for.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Salma Hayek. I love her to death, especially when she says "motherfucker." It is so funny the way she says "motherfucker." I love Selma to death, but she would be no Selena.
Incidentally, you know how much Jennifer Lopez got for that role? How much money they paid her?
$100,000.
Cool million.
A cool mill.
Yep. Not bad. I don't think it's bad. First time movie.
No,
I think it was.
And that's not bad at all. Especially now when she makes like $50 million a movie.
Yeah, or in her concerts and all that.
Oh, speaking of, have you seen her latest movie, Marry Me, with Owen Williams or Wilson or whatever his name is?
I have not seen it. It does not appeal to me, and I probably won't watch it, to be honest.
Oh my God. It is so flippin' funny. It is one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
Really?
Yes.
I might have to check it out.
You got to check it out.
It just seems like it doesn't. I don't know what it's about, so don't spoil it. It just Owen Wilson, you know.
It is it's a really funny movie.
I mean, he's funny in Wedding Crashers.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen Wedding Crashers? Him and what's his name? Vince Vaughn.
Oh, really?
You haven't seen Wedding Crash? Oh my God! So these two guys are best friends, and they go and they crash weddings on weekends, and they get free stuff. They eat for free, drink for free. They meet girls or women, and that's a funny movie. If you haven't seen Wedding Crashers, watch Wedding Crashers.
Maybe me and my friend Carl are going to have to start crashing some weddings.
I'm saying that's a good racket. Get a free meal on a Saturday night,
right?
Couple of
Are
drinks.
you the friend of the bride or the groom? Oh, well,
yeah. My Uncle Joe's friend from work. Just bring a gift. Go to the dollar store on your way in and get the little dollar paper bag and put a little I don't know, something in it and some candy or something. And
there you go. Hell yeah, that could be so much fun.
You should try it. You know what's funny is a video of these guys that try to get into movie theaters to watch movies for free. And you know how they walk in? They walk in like carrying a ladder.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Like they're working on the place. And they open a door for them. Yeah, go ahead right in. These guys walk in with a long ladder. And once they're in. They put it up somewhere and they go in and watch a movie. And
don't
the
employees wonder why a ladder's just hanging out with nobody on it?
Well, they figure something's going on. They just weren't told about it. And they look like they're working. They got their jeans on, their boots and stuff. It's funny. Vanessa crashes funerals by trying to sing Amore. Oh, great. That's not even funny. Marissa Tomei, I was watching Labyrinth today. Did you know that Marissa was on a panel to audition for the female lead role of Labyrinth? I don't know. To me, she's always My Cousin Vinny girl. The My Cousin Vinny girl.
Speaking of Labyrinth.
Hey, Marisa.
One of my favorite songs by Labyrinth is Beneath You're Beautiful.
Beneath You're Beautiful.
Yes. So one day when you're bored, Google it. You'll love the song.
Becky's on a techno. Yeah, techno cumbia is a badass song. And I would play it. I would play it.
But we'd get shut down.
I don't know if they would shut us down, but they put a restriction on it. Then they'd mute it or couldn't play it. Unless I don't care, I just delete the video. You know, it's like a concert. If you were here, you saw the show. If you weren't here, then you'll never see it, you know. I thought about doing that sometimes. You know, I was thinking about charging like a fee for a certain show on a certain night. Where if you didn't buy your ticket to watch the show, after the show gets deleted and it's over.
Take down that banner.
It's only a live show.
Is his Cash App up there? No, mine is, but his isn't.
Yours is.
Yeah, somebody's asking for your Cash App there.
Thank you very much. Elvis, anybody watch the Elvis movie? I heard it's good.
I have not. I want to see it though.
I heard the Elvis movie is good. And you know what? I grew up through all that era. I've seen the Don Johnson Elvis. He looked weird as Elvis, but it was a good movie. He did look weird. Can you imagine Don Johnson as Elvis?
Blonde Elvis. Yeah, no.
But that happened. It was a Don Johnson did Elvis in the movie. And I've seen all the documentaries and heard all the music, and I've seen the live concerts when I was a kid. So I feel like I've been to Graceland. Have you been to Graceland? You've been to Memphis and go to Graceland?
I have. It's actually a really cool place. If you've never been to Graceland, I suggest it. They have a lot of his right across the street from the building or his house. There's like a museum, and it has a lot of his vehicles and things that he owned. A Jeep that he used in one of his movies. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it's like a blue Jeep.
Yeah.
A lot of his personal clothing that he wore on stage, all of his gold records all over the place. I mean, it's just an unbelievable tour. If you've never been to Graceland, I highly suggest it. And then they have his grave with the eternal flame there. And they say that he still lives there, and you get to go through his house and everything. And there's one room where he has like a wall of like 9 TVs in there, and he would watch different news shows, different games, or different baseball games or whatever. And he'd watch all 9 TVs at one time.
Yeah. So Graceland looks like a little mini White House.
Yeah.
Size. It kind of looks like it, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But when you go inside, it's not that huge.
It's not.
Like you're expecting big giant dining rooms and a big giant living room and a big giant whatever, but it's a bunch of little tiny rooms. It looks like a Mexican person's house. It's a bunch of little tiny rooms inside this house. You got like 50,000 rooms in there,
and the decor is extremely gaudy.
Yeah.
And if I remember,
it's the 70s. You got shag carpet. You got shag on the walls and stuff. And you got those green.
The
and
dining
orange
room is
colors.
really cool because it has like glass, some like glass accents on the side of it, and it's like blue peacocks. I mean, a beautiful glass accent. But if I remember correctly, he only paid like $15,000 for the house. I mean, an obscene low amount of money for the house.
Yeah, yeah. Graceland, I don't even know if it's open now because of COVID.
Well, it might be because everything's kind of normal now.
But if you get a chance to go, I mean, across the street, unless they sold it, his airplane used to be there, the Lisa Marie.
Yeah, it was in the museum. But I did hear that Lisa sold a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, it could be gone already. But you can walk around Graceland. You can put a headset on, and it just gives you a tour. It's like a self-walking, self tour. And you get to see where he made his peanut butter and banana sandwiches, the kitchen where he made those. The bedroom is off limits. I think you can look into it, but they don't let you walk in there. Obviously, they won't let you walk in there.
Yeah, everything's roped off where you couldn't walk into it, but you could look into it.
And outside on the brick wall that's along the street, you can actually write your name. You can graffiti it, if you find a little corner. Everybody's written, their name or some kind of message to Elvis or whatever. And I mean, it's a nice experience if you haven't been there. And then nighttime, you go to downtown Memphis. Beale Street, Beale, Beale Street. And they shut down the street. They block it off the traffic. And then music everywhere. All the bars are open. You hear music all over the place. And it becomes like a street fair. And food is... You want a good barbecue? Yeah. Go to Memphis. And then, if you can go in August, I think they've got Memphis Elvis Week. And the few times I went there, I used to go every year, but twice when I went, they had the Flying Elvi. And there were a dozen Elvises, or Elvi, that would jump out of the airplane, parachute, and land in the plaza on Beale Street.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And then those 12 Elvises would bar hop and go in and out of all the bars on Beale Street there. And it was a funny thing. It's a nice experience. If you go there, try to stay at the Peabody Hotel. Back then, this was in, 99? 96, 97? It was $300 a night.
Holy cow.
The Peabody Hotel right in downtown. If you watch the movie with Tom Cruise called The Firm, that's right there. A lot of that has happened in Memphis, downtown Memphis. And the Peabody hotels, they got these ducks, which are on the roof. They live on the roof. They got this nice little house. So they're protected. Every morning, 8 a.m., they walk the ducks into the elevator on the red carpet. They come down to the lobby, and then a red carpet, and the ducks walk into the fountain that's in the lobby, and they hang out there all day. And then 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, they walk the ducks back into the elevator on the red carpet. Elevator goes up to the roof, and they walk the ducks back to their little shack, their home, where they spend the night. And this happens every day. And it's a nice little experience. It's cool to take the kids, take them to see that. It's pretty awesome.
Bright side, I don't know if Elvis was a pedophile, but Jerry Lee Lewis sure the hell was.
Well, people say he was a pedophile because he took Lisa Marie Presley so young.
Well, Jerry Lee Lewis married his cousin, and she was, what, 12 when they got married?
What?
Yeah.
Great balls of fire.
You're right.
Good Lord. Jerry. Man. But then
married
again,
his cousin.
What state was
I
that?
think she was 12. Because when they flew to London, if you ever watched the movie, I can't remember the name of the movie, but when they flew to London, they were married. And they did not get a very warm reception because of their marriage.
Somebody's Amber, do you think Elvis really died the way he did? So the word is that he died on the toilet. He was constipated and he had a heart attack on the toilet.
Probably from all the drugs he did.
Yeah. The real reason was probably, he did a lot of cocaine. A lot of cocaine. And cocaine will your heart will fail. At some point, it just gives.
Well, yeah, it speeds your heart up to the point where it's just like.
Yeah, and even though people knew he had a drug problem, I think they were trying to cover it up still. And he was overweight. He was heavy. He was. I don't want to say he was out of shape, but he was just doing too much drugs and too much eating.
Well, he was out of shape there towards the end of his.
Maybe way at the end, because he was a karate martial arts person.
He gained a lot of weight there towards the end of his life, and yeah, he was out of shape. And yes, Nadia, I have been to Hotlanta several times, and Manny as well.
Yep, Atlanta's big. It is big.
Yep, I rode Marta. I called it Martha, but yeah, they call it Marta, but I called it Martha.
I know the airport very well. Me and Bam know airports pretty well.
Yeah.
So if you get a chance, go to Memphis. Memphis in July is always fun. August, I think Elvis Week is in August, if I'm not mistaken. And it's always a fun time. Check out the movies The Firm with Tom Cruise. He's an attorney, a new attorney in Memphis. He gets hired by a law firm that you never
wasn't that the second movie he did with Rebecca Domay? Wasn't she in that movie as his wife?
No, This is she's in something now. What her name is Elizabeth.
I thought that was Rebecca in that movie.
Oh, you're thinking about Rebecca De Mornay.
Yeah.
Jean Triplehorn is his wife in The Firm.
Huh.
Jean Triplehorn was the chick from, I want to say it was Fatal Attraction. Not the main character, but Michael Douglas' girlfriend. Something wrong. Maybe it's a different movie of Michael Douglas.
Be right back.
Yep. Let's see, Anne Archer played the wife. I know that much. No, there's another movie with Michael Douglas where she was in there. She played like the love interest of the detective that he was. But The Firm, that's actually a pretty good movie. If you haven't seen it, The Firm, check out The Firm. Great Balls of Fire, Dennis Quaid. Yeah, the movie was all right. Your heart flutters away too fast. Yep. You do a lot of cocaine. Cocktail with Tom Cruise is pretty good. Let's see what's the name of the new Elvis movie. It's called Elvis. It's called Elvis. And I didn't have an interest in it. I mean, I know the story already. You know, I remember when he died, it was a big deal. Big deal. Almost as big as like when Kennedy was assassinated and died. It was almost that big, if not bigger. And people were upset all over the world. And they lined up everywhere to tribute him. It was a really big deal, especially in Memphis. I mean, it was a sea of people. I don't see if you can see any of that coverage. All right, Carl. I'm yelling out for Carl. For Carl. You remember when Elvis died?
1972. I want to say it was 5 or 6.
Yeah, check this out. Check this out.
Family and friends of Elvis Presley today paid their last respects to the rock and roll idol while thousands of his fans maintained their vigil outside his Memphis estate. We have 2 reports, starting with Ed Rabel.
Only relatives, close friends, and some celebrities were permitted to enter Graceland, the Presley estate, to witness the funeral services. Anne Margaret, Burt Reynolds, John Wayne, Chet Atkins, Charlie Pride, Caroline Kennedy, all were reported to be in town. As described to artist Ham Embry, Presley was dressed in a white suit, blue shirt, and tie. Presley's former wife, Priscilla, and his...
I can't believe they did an artist rendering of the funeral.
was one of Presley's close high school friends, George Klein.
He gave me a car once, and I said, Elvis, I don't have the words to express how I feel to you about you giving me this car. And he looked at me and he said, what is fame and fortune if you can't share it with your friends?
The somber funeral procession moved slowly down the driveway and out onto Elvis Presley Boulevard for the 3.5-mile drive to Forest Hill Cemetery. Just as it emerged, a young woman jumped in front of the hearse carrying Presley's body. Authorities pulled her out of the way. The police-escorted motorcade moved on without incident, passing grieving Presley admirers who had gathered lining the boulevard 5 deep. Still more thousands of Presley's fans were waiting when the procession arrived at the cemetery. Presley was to be entombed in this one-story marble mausoleum. On the front lawn, flowers sent by the truckload by Presley followers were arranged in profusion. One was in the form of a 6-foot-long guitar. Presley's crypt is in the so-called Presley Room, where other family members will eventually be entombed. His crypt will always be visible to the public through a locked wrought iron door. Officials believe Presley will continue to attract in death many of those who were so devoted to him when he was alive. Ed Rabel, CBS News, Memphis.
They spoke of Presley as a hero, these people who stood for long hours under a hot sun to pay a final tribute. Most were simple working-class people, spanning all ages. Entire families came here, and they came from all parts of the country. Some of them simply dropped everything to be here, and many traveled for long hours just to stand and wait.
We left at 5:30 yesterday afternoon from Indianapolis, and we got here at 5 to 9 this morning. And even though I can't get in, this is the best I can do. I can be here.
How long did it take you to come down here?
12 hours. 12 hours, and it was 731 miles.
Early this morning, the crowd was shocked when a car drove into 3 girls outside the Presley mansion,
Whoops.
killing 2 of them.
Damn.
Police arrested the driver on charges of second-degree murder and drunken driving. But the shock seemed to wear off.
I didn't know that.
At times, it was almost a carnival atmosphere. Commercialism mingled with the morning as hawkers sold Elvis Presley pennants and T-shirts. You think you'll make a lot of money on this?
I don't know. It'll be the first time I've ever made much money if I do, And it's kind of enjoyable. It's
Anyway, apparently that was 1977. It was I was telling everybody it was a big deal when he died.
I was 11. I thought I was 5 or 6.
It was a huge deal. I don't know if they're going to show all this or some of these.
Composed but pale. Elvis Presley's family, his close friends, and his devoted followers had all paid their last respects. Ed Rabel, CBS News, Memphis.
There were clearly carnival aspects to the public mourning of Elvis Presley.
At number 3, but you were the cutest jailbird I ever did see. I sure would be delighted with
Jailhouse Rock.
Come on and do the jailhouse rock with me.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, I wasn't born yet, but they talked about how it was such a scandal when he would do the thing with his leg, kind of like the Michael Jackson thing, and then twist his hip and twist his leg.
Oh, yeah, the Elvis thrust.
People lost their minds.
The girls went crazy over that little thrust.
And the police were like, no, you're not. If you do that, you're going to get arrested. And they threatened to arrest him for doing that. And he did it anyway. And it was funny. It's just funny that was a big deal. They thought that was movements from the devil.
Well, there's a lot of Swedes in this country, and they're very conservative.
How many 14-year-old girls did Elvis have? I don't even think there's enough hands between all of us to count. But he got Lisa Marie, very beautiful.
Well, back then it was a completely different time. I mean, it's not frowned upon. It wasn't frowned upon then like it is now. I mean, you can marry your cousin.
Yeah. Don't tell that to Ricky Martin, though. But it was a different time. Things were permitted. If you got permission and the parents would say yes, well, then it was like, all right, let him get married, even though she's 12.
That's how Jerry Lee Lewis got married, because...
Yeah, that's exactly how it happened. And why it happened.
Dad said it was okay.
What are you gonna do? I mean, it was the law permitted it. They needed a signature, and he agreed to do it. And of course, I'm sure he compensated them somehow.
The one thing I liked about Elvis, he bought. He'd be walking down the street, and there's a story about this couple looking through a GM dealership window. And he went in and bought him a Cadillac and gave it to him.
A lot of stories like that. Elvis would share his wealth with the common people, unknown people, strangers, people that were fans. Stories of him buying cars and homes and, TVs and that kind of thing. Day legend. I wasn't born until 79, but I love watching Elvis movies and Clint Eastwood movies as a kid. Yeah, the movie that always got me of Elvis was Love Me Tender. Even at a young age, it made me cry, that movie. And the song.
Yeah. One of my favorite movies, and I can't remember the name of it, but it had John Wayne as Rooster Cogburn and Katharine Hepburn, and she was a nun. And that was one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid. And I don't know the name of it, but I
Rooster
remember
Cogburn. Rooster Cogburn.
Oh, is that the name of the movie?
Yeah.
Ah, well, there you go. I remember them being on a whitewater raft in the mountains, and them being shot at by Indians or bad people or something. I need to watch that movie again. I loved Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah,
Mr. Cogburn.
That's Anna Margaret there dancing there.
She turned into a big old drunk.
She was always smoking hot though. Yeah. Even in Grumpy Old Men, which she's in, and was she 60 or 70 at that time, and she was smoking hot.
Well, if you have a good plastic surgeon, you stick with them.
And I remember there were people trying to take Elvis down because he was the devil. All these Baptist groups were trying to take him down because he was the devil.
Well, yeah, because he played the devil's music. He was the king of rock and roll.
And the way he
created.
gyrated.
I mean, he was the base layer for rock. I mean, what he did created the stepping stones to what we had in the 70s and 80s for rock.
Yeah, Elvis did a lot of movies. A lot of freaking movies. So I got that list here. Yeah, I do. Eddie Murphy got it right. Eddie Murphy, one of his jokes said Elvis made movies, but he can't act, so they would just make him sing everything.
Yeah.
He was okay actor. I mean, he's not a freaking Robert De Niro or Francis Ford Coppola actor, a real actor. But God, I don't even know where to begin. Love Me Tender, Blue Hawaii was a famous one. Fun in Acapulco, Viva Las Vegas.
Yes, Viva Las Vegas. That was
Clam Bake. Frankie and Johnny. Frankie and Johnny is a good movie. It was remade with Michelle Pfeiffer and Al Pacino. Look up Frankie and Johnny. That's a nice little rom-com. Roustabout. Kissing Cousins. God. Paradise Hawaiian. Tickle Me. Kid Galahad. I mean, there was he did a lot of freaking movies. Or he's a race car driver. He did westerns. Somebody was asking, did he do a western? Yeah, he did a bunch of those. And then all the concerts that he did live, which were always sold out. People, women, girls passing out. Just from the excitement of it all and stuff. He affected everybody in show business. That jumpsuit he's wearing right there is on display in Graceland. That one too. I don't know where those came from. I think they came from Evel Knievel because he used to wear jumpsuits like that too.
Evel Knievel, yes, he did. I think that's where he got the idea from.
Damn, dude, we're old. If you don't know who Evel Knievel is, then just look it up. He was a
stuntman.
Stuntman, yeah, motorcycle riding stuntman. That would always, he'd be jumping over 20 buses or a canyon or a river. And he broke, they estimated he broke every bone in his body over all the jumps that he did and failed at. And they even made a toy after him. It was a Evel Knievel, a little figure on a motorcycle. And
I had it.
I had it too. Toys were so much simpler back then.
Did you ever have a big wheel?
I had a big wheel.
How about the green Mean Machine?
I had the green machine. Yep.
I loved my big wheel.
That's the difference. Now we played outside all the time. We played outside. Whether it was sports or running or kick the can or hide and seek, whatever, it was outside. You were outside playing.
Yeah, kids don't know what outside is now.
No, kids now are inside. You leave them in front of the computer, in front of the video game. drink and eat, sitting there, the pounds accumulate. So get your kids out of the house. Have them go play. I don't know. Do something. Get them involved in something. It's not healthy to be sitting in front of a computer as I'm doing here for 5 hours. But for kids to do it every day, and video games, it's going to dumb up their mind a little bit. Get them involved in stuff. I think you should do that. It's a different time, man. It's a different time.
It sure the hell is.
Yeah, Frankie and Johnny, great movie. I had my older sister's banana bike. I got all the remember the bike with the long seat?
Oh, yes.
Banana seat.
I had one.
And then with the sissy bar that went way up real high, the sissy bar was that your back support pretty much. And you called it a sissy bar because if you needed one, you were afraid of falling off and you were called a sissy. But yeah,
I had one of them too.
That's Graceland. That's his living room right there. That's his living room.
There's the peacocks I was talking about.
Because we have something very cool planned.
Peacocks in the
Angie
back.
has it planned, and she hasn't shared it with me. All she told me was it's going to be incredible. So tell everybody what's going on.
Well, what we decided to do for this web series tonight is that we're going to show you things that you did not know existed, kind of hidden Graceland things, little gems of information and items that you might have never known were actually here in the house.
Okay, let's get to it. Let's see.
All right.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Let's
First
go.
stop,
Okay.
living room.
Living room.
Okay.
Let's go. All right, we've moved into the living room. We're on the white carpet, but much like we have to wear white gloves, we don't have on our shoes.
No shoes.
No shoes on the white carpet.
No shoes on the white carpet.
Was that a rule when Elvis was here, or is that just?
You know, I don't think it was.
No, it's just to preserve it because if you let everybody walk on that carpet, you know how messed up it's going to get.
We're in the living room. On the other side, we're looking back toward the front door that way.
And the unique thing about Graceland is that you can feel Elvis's presence here and you can picture him relaxing, kicking his feet up on that coffee table. Gosh forbid, we don't do that now,
No,
but
no.
Elvis did. The unique thing is that all of these things that you see in this cabinet, most of these things actually date back to 57. And they're on the original decorating receipts when Elvis first decorated the house.
Anyway,
you don't really get a
we
good
don't have
view
to
of
watch
them
all
from
this
the
right
trail
now,
path
but
area.
just interesting, some of the things that, if you get a chance, go check out Graceland. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night, buddy.
All righty. Well, we made 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, no, for real. On a show about nothing.
A show about nothing. And how many times did we repeat ourselves? I think I repeated myself 3 times on that one little stint.
Yeah, you did. Okay. Stranger Things. I'll try it one more time. I'm going to try one more time. And then I'm going to watch. Well, I haven't seen the latest, the new Westworld. Anybody watch Westworld on HBO? Have you seen the original Westworld movie? Westworld from the 70s. It was Yul Brynner. Yul Brynner was a robot. And they made this robot amusement park where all these droids walking around like they were real people, but they were all robots. And you can fit in. It was like they put you in a play, in a movie. And you could shoot these things and have a shootout. You would never die or anything like that, but it's like a fantasy world they would put you in. Anyway, that's what Westworld is. Check out Westworld too. You might like it. On HBO, not the movie. You can watch the movie too. I think it's on HBO as well. Little creepy, but it's interesting. Dan Man, it's a good show. Thank you. Hey, Lavina. Make a show, but yes, I know. I'm very behind on the UFO and paranormal deal. I'm going to figure that out in the next couple of days. We'll do that next week. Way overdue for one of them shows. Yul Brynner was a hottie. Yul Brynner was a handsome man. Yes, he was. You remember Yul Brynner? He was in The King and I.
I do.
Another old movie.
He was an athlete, wasn't he?
I think so. I think he was. Yul Brynner.
Football?
Oh, man, now you're going to make me look. The hell do you spell Yul? Oh, I got it right. Oh, I spelled Brynner wrong. Okay, Yul Brynner, Russian-born. He was a bald dude. He looks like Mr. Clean.
Oh.
Yeah. He was, I think he was a cool dude. That's him.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that's him. He was one of the first dudes to wear that little earring and be cool with it. Nobody wanted to tell him he was a homo because he wouldn't stand for it.
He's easy on the eyes.
He was a badass.
How you doing?
And this is from the Westworld. They took it away. Yeah, there it is. That's from Westworld.
Oh, that's another good movie. See, 10 Commandments. Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to call it a night. Everyone, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Never seen Westworld. Check out Westworld. If you want to see what it's about, they took it from the movie. So if you want to see the movie, check out the movie. And the series is a way updated version of that movie. What's her name is in it? The girl from what's the movie? Traffic. Traffic, is that the one with Kevin Dillon?
I have no idea.
Oh man, I think it's Traffic. God dang it, gonna be looking in.
I just watched a movie tonight, The Turning.
No, it's not Traffic. It's the other one. What's the movie with Matt Dillon? And he's a kind of a crooked cop, and
the only thing I can remember in Matt Dillon is Matt
Crash.
Dillon.
It's called Crash, the Crash movie.
Yeah, all I like to see is Matt Dillon and Christy McNichol in Meatballs.
Sandra Bullock, Thandie Newton. She gets felt up by Matt Dillon, the cop, earlier in the movie. I don't want to give it away, but he's frisking her with her husband watching, and he starts to feel her up. And then they have an encounter way later in the movie, and it kind of ties in. It's a good movie. It's called Crash.
I have to check it out.
Yeah, it's good. Traffic is good too. All right, done. I'm going to keep going here. We're going to talk movies all freaking night. Wild Things. I know they made a part 2, but it was not the same. Wild Things with Matt Dillon. What's her name? Charlie Sheen's ex-wife. Blonde.
Crazy Sheen? I don't know. Lydia?
No.
Natasha?
No, keep going.
I have no idea. I didn't.
Denise Richards. Denise Richards.
I didn't even know he was married.
And Nev Campbell. You didn't know Charlie Sheen was married to Denise Richards?
Yeah.
That was a nightmare freaking marriage and divorce.
Yeah, I don't follow a lot of these celebrities.
Yeah. Anyway, there's this kissing scene, Nev Campbell and Denise Richards in a pool.
The sluts, the harlots, the hussies.
And there's a scene before that where she's washing his car and he's inside the house and she's washing his car, and then there's a knock on the door. He opens the door and she's there all wet, completely all wet, giving him this innocent look. And oh God, I was young at the time. So anyway, I need some cold fizzy water in my head right now. All right, that's it for now. we will talk to you guys. I'll talk to you guys on Monday unless something pops up tomorrow. I don't like to do Sunday shows. I believe you should all spend time with your families or friends and give social media a rest.
But we're your friends.
Yeah.
So you can spend it with us.
Spend it with us. If I go on to, I did last Sunday. Remember we did last Sunday night, but it was late. It was late at night.
Yeah.
So that didn't count.
But we were streaming a certain crackhead.
Yeah, that's true too. So should something happen, we'll get online. Otherwise, we'll see you on Monday. Bam, thanks for hanging out.
If there's a crackhead sighting, we will let you know.
Yeah. And I do owe you the replay of two of these last videos she did. One of them was an apology video. So maybe we'll do that Monday. We'll do that Monday. And catch up with her lives. Anything else?
I got nothing.
Everyone have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Hasta luego.
Thank you for everything. The tips in the tip jar. I appreciate it very much. We will see you Monday. Good night, everybody.